There we go. Get these feckers off.
No, it'd be nice to have my own place. Where I'm not surrounded.
Oh, there's what? Are you what? Me surrounding you is a bad thing. I can see everything else, but me.
It'd be nice to have room.
I feel you with that.
I can't use half my tools because they're fucking buried.
Oh, what the hell is this? Is this just jerky? Pork jerky? You're just giving this to me?
Yeah, because I had a full bag of it. I was 2 pieces.
Oh.
Dude, they're like this long. They're fucking huge. They're fucking good.
Oh.
They're already open here.
Oh shit.
They're good.
This.
Remember that stuff I told you at my mom's house?
Excuse me, sir.
Ooh.
Plugged in.
Yeah. Nothing around here ever gets plugged in.
He's like, fuck me.
This was fucking good. Goddamn. Korean barbecue? Up. Come on.
Never mind, I need to get cow fucking out the backyard.
Hey. Hey. Oh my goodness, you goofy bye. Nay.
Sukov, when I finally get out of here, you're gonna be so sad.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
No more junkyard dog. And you were the junkiest of the junkyard dogs.
Dude, boar enthusiasts are really enjoying this right now. Sukov will be my doggo friendo, because he is. All right, you had a bunch there, so I'm gonna. Would you get your snout out of this bag?
He's like, no, bitch.
Oh my god! See, this is what happens when he gets too close. Oh my god! Excuse me, baby. Excuse me. Paw. No, you gotta come back. Come back. Yeah. Oh, good boy. Good boy with the paw. No. Good paw. Good boy. Stay. That's not staying. Up. Back up. Paw. There you go.
To the right.
Down. Atta boy. Sit. Hey. Sit. Oh, that boy. Paw. That was the most weakest paw that you think you've ever given me. Paw.
He's like, fuck your paw.
Oh, no, that's not paw. That's jumping. Sit. Well, you being in the way is not helping us. Sit.
Screw him.
Sit. That a boy, paw. That a boy. Up. That a boy. See more of a cluster truck than Kaiserreich? Yeah, it literally is. I mean, honestly, you want to see what happened now since I sent you the last pics? Because it's a clusterfuck, but nowhere near as a clusterfuck. I don't know what's going on here. This is, yeah, I don't know what's happening here. But guess what this became? A socialist republic, basically. The Danubian Republics of Councils or something. And they got what looks like fucking, what's his face? He looks fucking familiar. But his name's Pierre Ramis, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Yeah. And also, this is, this happened. This sort of happened. And, also, this happened. And also, this happened. Oh shit, what happened to Portugal? I didn't even see Portugal, dude. Oh my god. Portugal's just gone. Portugal no longer Portugal. Fucking, yeah, Yugoslavia is like, exists now. And, Brazil got murked. I single-handedly basically just took the whole southern coast, like, when helping out my boys, you know, right here, the Argentinian, like, free territory, whatever the fuck, and my Chile bros. And now this is a thing. And I have a little bit right here, you know, for myself for some reason or another. I don't know what's going on here. I guess Colombia became Greater Colombia and Venezuela's just kind of chilling. I'm trying to do like a full-on fucking invasion of this so I can finally take this and make it my puppet and all that fun shit. So, oh, and yeah, Quebec is a thing for some reason. Yeah, that just is there. And yeah, that happened. And yeah, here's Asia, by the way. This is not as big of a clusterfuck as you think it would be. It was earlier, like a while back in like the, you know, before 41. But now we're like into 41 and now it's like this. So surprisingly, like, the world isn't as like fucked anymore as it once was. Like, the war made everything fucked, but now since most of the Second World War, or I guess the Second Weltkrieg, is no longer happening, it looks like a fat Trotsky to me. Looks as bad as I thought I would. I mean, not really that bad. I mean, it's basically just like a free-for-all going on still.
Hey, you want to try one of your beers?
Huh?
You want to try one of your beers?
Oh, yeah. I don't have to go.
I'll bring you one.
Yeah. I don't want to get up. Honestly, like, Europe looks a little more cleaned up now, all things considered. The factions are a little weird, though, because it's like the Reichspakt essentially collapsed, so that's no longer a thing anymore. So now it's basically just these individual, like, states that used to be part of Reichspakt that are essentially, like, slowly, like, surrendering one by one as different states. And, now it's, like, pretty much now, like, the Moscow Accord, the Intent, and the Third International, and the Intent is, well, still all at war with the International. The Moscow Accords aren't. It's also a co-prosperity sphere, but that's, I don't know what the fuck that's all about. Like, I'm not paying attention to any of that. But, yeah. All things considered, though, basically the German Empire collapsed. And like, the Kaiserreich is no longer a thing. It's now just basically like a syndicalist world, for the most part. And whatever's fragments of, like, the monarchies are left. At least between the Russian and the French and the British monarchies. Like, they're pretty much the last ones standing. Outside of that, there's just, like, every now and then just nationalists or far-right weirdos. You know, basically, are just, like, liberal democracies as little nations. Oh, the Ottoman Empire is still chilling, but, you know, they have not played a significant role in anything. At least nothing in this game, outside of the Cairo Pact of Egypt, but that had nothing to pertain with me. It's like off open joy being full. He's always enjoys it. Give me the meats. Give him the meats. Oh, you know what? You know what that guy kind of reminded me of? He reminded me of Pablo Escobar. That dude, like, what was he in again? The Austrian one, right? Yeah. Yeah, that guy looks like a more chunkier Pablo Escobar. That's who it was reminding me of. He just reminds me of Escobar, but an Austrian, I guess. If Pablo Escobar existed in the 40s and was an Austrian and not a cartel drug lord. Not bad. I hear him, he's outside. Oh, there you are. Hey, Boo Boo. Have more meat. Here you go. Up. There you go. Up to the 20th. I think I will. Oh, you know, I just realized TJ was doing a stream here. Let me go tune into that, see what he's doing. The culture bore.
Bottom half, he has big legs and ass. Oh, okay.
Big legs and ass, yeah.
Maybe he should face it.
Big legs and ass. Big legs and ass, yeah.
Yeah, I hope their sex is weird.
Jesus fuck.
Since I was the
I
one
remember that being a lot
that they
easier
were
when I put that
fucking
back
in the
there.
first place, I am now going to predict that their sex is weird. And that the most common number is that he like sits on her face and jerks off.
Fuck your Kiwi plant. Fuck your Kiwi plant. Hardcore. It's cock blocking me.
My favorite DF episode is Frog.
Well, sorry that I happen to have kiwis.
I know, they're not even ripe. They're not even ripe. I wouldn't.
You have to pick them,
Maybe.
and then they will ripen.
I don't know.
No, they're
it's
usually
pretty
when I rob your kiwi plant.
Tim pulled dodge, they bullet on that one.
Fighting them, they're pretty good.
Well, I mean, if they're not ripe on the vine, you have to pick them and give it like a day or two, then they will.
It is his show. There's like...
Because they don't really ripen unless it's like a certain environment during the time of the year, mostly in the summer.
I've never done a DFF on Chevy Chase. I feel like we have done something with him. Like, didn't we put him in one of our Versus episodes? Like, biggest asshole to work with or something like that?
Biggest asshole to work with. One day Harry will have his own shop.
You're really talking about that a lot.
I really am because I'm really wanting, like, real hard.
Well, you used to in your old house before you got, you know...
I know, would have been nice. I'm also tired of going in and out of the garage every 5 fucking seconds when I need something. I'm surprised I haven't stabbed myself yet.
So what's the crop in the backyard? It's a big nest of hornets.
Where?
Pretty much straight out the back door. In the ground.
In the ground?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why
I
you...
nailed them yesterday and I nailed them last night. I thought that would do it, but they were back today.
Oh my god. Well, what the fuck?
Zuko, get away from that, unless you want to die.
Is that like...
Went straight out the sliding door. A little bit to that side next to the hole. I'm going to give them another shot tonight and see if that helps. The ones in the ground are almost impossible to kill. I like the big paper net.
Well, you have to, like, drown them, basically.
Yeah, it's got to the point where the hole was foaming over. So you need more, wasn't going to do any good. Twice.
Well, I guess, like, you know, foam it up and then block the hole.
Yeah, foamed up and blocked the hole. Yesterday during the day, they got a huge swarm, like, trying to get in, but they couldn't get in because foam was blocked.
Well, at that
Then
point...
I went during at night and gave it a good shot. Yeah, it's right next to the post. It's kind of over there. I'm going to give it another shot right now.
Well, god damn it. I've noticed Zukov kind of going over there, and I think he hasn't, like, gotten too close to where he's hurt himself because he hasn't been hurt, but I've noticed him going over there more frequently, and I've been wondering what the fuck's been going on. I wonder, like, because he keeps getting stuck and entangled in those, like, passion vines, and I don't know why, but now I'm starting to think I know why now, because of the fucking horse nest.
No, there's no passion vine near there. It's
What
up
those?
against the fence.
Oh, like over there? By the...
Yeah, straight out the back door, just a little bit that way, up against the fence.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. No, I think I've seen where, yeah. Okay, he hasn't been near there.
I'm gonna give him another blast.
I'm gonna fuck him up. Fuck wasps.
Covered with wasps. You know it didn't work so well.
Well, we got...
I hate wasps.
Yeah, I do too. Fuck wasps.
Shit, away!
Piece of shit.
My ass! Don't bite my seat!
Good boy, Zukov. Bite the
Get
seat.
off my seat, you fuck! Wait, where the fuck did my battery go? Come on! You turn, you motherfucker!
What is going on out there?
Oh, I'm gonna die.
You're not the first person to give me the black card, but yeah, like, I'm always like happy to load up on that. The more black cards I get, the better.
I can't remember if I took them out of the air tonight. Or if somebody harvested my battery. I might have took it out, actually. I never put it back.
I'm looking for a laptop. Bring with me. Wants to move up there. I mean, why not just ship your PC before you move?
It is all that truly matters.
Like around the time you start getting ready to move, see what the shipping cost is, and I can pitch in for it. Try to send here.
Oh, a big ass?
Yeah, to like a box, you know, desktop. You know, like your typical desktop.
Yeah, no. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That looks
I mean, I want to see why not. I mean, obviously there's the shipping fee, you know, depending on how much it weighs and all that shit, yada yada, but, you know, go up there the first time, like, hey, how much would it be to ship this, and, you know, get an estimate, be like, okay, you know, just not worry about it until, like, next time, just so you can kind of get an idea in your head. I don't know if it'd fluctuate from day to day or whatever the fuck, but I imagine it's, like, a set thing, so. I suppose you could probably call, be like, well, you know, for like an average computer weight, you know, for like a desktop, it's a big ass tower.
You want to know exactly where it is, look for the big pile of white foam.
Well, you know, I just thought of, if you have a scale, you know, put it on that and see how much it weighs, and then you can say, ask, like, USPS or whatever the fuck, and ask them and be like, hey, how much would it be to ship this, you know, to an address, you know, like across the country, basically, and get an estimate. Because then, at least with something that weight, and, you know, with a kind of a size estimate, because then they can probably get you an idea about how much shipping would cost. So, I mean, all in all, I feel like it wouldn't be too expendy. So, because then if you want, you could still potentially get a laptop if you like, you know, in the meantime, but also, you know, have you know, desktop for home purpose and then laptop for portability.
Oh man, if I left it there, they'd all be I might leave it right here.
You get some computer work done on it? Oh, yeah. There's a lot more stores and accessibility to get computer parts around here, so you probably would have it easier to do work up here with it. So maybe to save money, you know, postpone whatever work you, at least, you know, work that you can not worry about right now and necessarily, and, you know, save it for a little bit later, because, I mean, like I said, like, you know, getting parts or some shit like that, or getting upgrades are more accessible out here than I imagine they would be over there. Because there's different shops and, you know, different places that you can go to, and, you know, different stores of like the same chain, you know, that potentially might have something. If you went to one store, they don't have it, maybe the store, you know, on your side of town will, you know, so it's like there's, you know, around here options, you know, but out, you know, if doing enough digging, you can find something, but in Alabama, like, if you're out of luck, you're out of luck. You know. Next thing, I shut it off wrong by pulling a plug on it once and messed up my computer profile and had to make a new one. But there's some files I can't access. Maybe my friend Rip City might know what to do about that, but he would have to probably have actual, like, access, hands-on access for that. So, I guess that's more of a reason to have it up here. Because especially if there needs to be some work done on it, and, you know, got some files, especially some important ones you want to try to access, then it's probably better to keep it. You know, just so then you can, re-access and, you know, recover some shit.
I really don't care who's bored and who's not. I already told you that I'm out of shit. Like, when I was doing actual content, I cared about whether you guys were bored or not. But now that we're just chatting, I don't care. At this point, you can be bored or not bored. I've already done what I came here to do.
The culture bore, dude. To bore or not to bore?
Shop dog, you're failing me. You're failing me, boy.
What do you do this time?
You're failing me, boy. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on, shop dog.
You haven't given him treats.
You lazy bum.
This wants the pictures of me and my dad. I don't want those. Oh, that's something worth, you know, wanting to keep it to save.
You lazy bum.
You need to give him some treats. Treat him.
Called you a lazy bum. You fine. You can stay in there. I'll move you.
He is insulting my dog.
There's literally a fucking whole section in my Discord server where you can send me recommendations that you want to see me cover. Also, the DMs of my Twitter, the DMs of my Instagram, all that shit. So, send whatever the fuck you want. I'll listen to people talk about me until I die.
Oh, let's be on the side of Zukov in any argument. I would too, normally. But when it's just him and I, sometimes he does. And a little fluff needs to be corrected.
I think if you're into that, you're on that. There's a lot of fucking fetish people who are like, kind of get
Fetish people, fetish people.
I could do some of that. When it comes to scat, though, it's like, people are just kind of like, I've only ever met one person who's even into fucking.
Except Portugal capitulated, nice.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Nice.
No thanks, really.
It's beautiful.
I'm glad you
Beautiful.
know it. I'm glad you got what you got.
Just gonna pause it every now and then.
Booty? I got your booty right here. Two girls, one section, right?
Thank God. It's still gross, but thank God.
Fuck. What's wrong with them?
That gives me some solace knowing that the video isn't as fucked up as it normally could be. But it's still a fucked up video. Because that poor ice cream. I'm glad I haven't seen it. I just can imagine it, and that's enough. I'm still proud I've never seen it, and I'm never going to. I've gotten close. I've almost seen it. I've seen like a single frame of it. Coming to you live from the state of Mississippi. Long story involving were sharks. Yeah, those are a thing. Dude, were sharks, dude. Fucking were sharks, mate. Imagine Trump making love to Hillary. Oh my God, dude. You wanna know what really is gonna happen? Is that Trump wants to fucking, you know, fuck Marjorie, dude. Trump wants a little bit of that Marjorie poontang, bro. That's just all he wants, deep down inside. if it was my phone. Yeah.
Why will I have faith in you, dog?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Hillary's incapable of. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that, like, I mean, it wouldn't really be a possibility. Like, it would mostly be fucking, most likely, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ivanka Trump, that Trump would want to fuck.
Well, my ass is gonna get shot.
Why?
You know that logo I put on the front of my truck?
Yeah?
Oh yeah, the hot rod people are gonna be fucking mad about that.
That's not gonna get you shot, bruh.
You've never met the hot rod community.
I don't think all of them are all, like, gun smuggling, drug fucking crime peddling weirdos, dude. Unless they're, like, QAnon Trump types, and they probably are doing fucking tax evasion and other crimes and shit, so.
No, I looked it up, and that fucking...
What, that
little did
hood
I
piece
know.
they installed?
Yeah, little did I know, I've been carrying around a fucking 57 Ford part.
So?
Hood emblem. And it's worth a fuck ton of money. And I just drilled through it and put it on my hood. I'm an idiot.
Oh.
If I would have looked it up and see how much that fucking little hood ornament was,
You would have kept it?
hell no, I would have sold that bitch.
Well, that's,
Make me some
I mean,
money.
that's kind of what I meant, like, kept it to sell it.
That's trucks now. The truck deserves a good hood ornament. If I could find one, I'd put a dwarf on the fucking... Since I call it the white dwarf, I want to get a little dwarf to put on the front of it. Now that I think of it, that's kind of offensive. Actually, no, it's not, because white dwarf. It's a, it would be a science, not racist, science. Here, another shitty truck coming down the road. Bitch.
Oh yeah, with full confidence, I could say fuck Alabama, the humidity, that shit has been slept within 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean...
Alabama. Oh.
Fuck Alabama, yeah. Fuck Alabama. Don't moan like a femboy over it.
I mean, yeah, fuck Alabama, because of fucking assholes, but Alabama might have some redeeming qualities. I don't know any, but...
It might have some redeeming qualities, I don't know any, but, it might.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, I'll say that there's, like, a couple things, I guess, but I don't know. Like, it does not outweigh the cons.
Okay, yeah, this is it. We got it. We found it, I think.
Found it. We found it, ladies and gentlemen. What did we find?
Or no, this is like a different one.
Yeah, all four of them.
I don't know, but it's whatever. It's what we're looking for, even if it's not the specific one I was talking about. So let's just take a look at this here. So this is what we got. Okay.
I'm curious. What's TJ looking at now?
Okay. Let's fucking see.
Let's see. Let's see what TJ sees.
He forgot to mention to her how much he hated porn. Oh yeah. They are a pretty terrible band. No, I know what you mean.
Plantation's a nice place.
It's pretty long though.
I bet it is. See, that's like the one positive quality. See, like there's some positives. Birmingham sounds alright. Other than that, it's small town central.
Like, I don't know.
It was mobile.
However long it takes to digest a sandwich, so whatever.
It was mobile,
Who
Alabama.
the fuck misses high school? If you peaked in high school, it's pretty fucking sad.
That is, dude. I don't miss high school.
Let's fucking do this.
I mean, I can reminisce on stuff from high school, but I don't miss it necessarily.
I'll stay on the screen. So this is from the Confessions Reddit, and the title of this thread is, I thought I had a scat fetish, but I was wrong. I fucked up really bad and might never mentally recover.
Oh my god.
Shit, bro.
Mobile.
Literally. So like many young modern men, okay, hold on. Guys, alright, I'm going to read your guys' stuff at the end. I was going to say shit, but it's like... Alright, I'm going to read yours now. Falling in a bucket's a lot. I want Sexbot Uprising to take the time to show several bots built to specifically cater to one of the plethora of niche of absurd fetishes killing people in comedic ways related to their function. Oh, you'll get that. Don't you fucking worry. Yeah, I didn't... What do you think I am here? You're getting what you want.
And I want it too.
Right,
Everything-
right now we're reading this.
Everything just sounds
So
amazing
this is a
from
Reddit
it.
thread, once again, from our confessions by a user called Mistaken Fetish. Okay? And the title of this thread is, I thought I had a scat fetish, but I was wrong. I fucked up really bad and might never mentally recover. So, like many young modern men, I enjoy pornography.
Young
and
modern
partake
men.
semi-regularly. There's, of course, a lot of porn out there, and I'll confess that the normal shit, pun intended, started to get kind of boring to me, so I started branching out into some more extreme, but legal genres of
Legal.
porn. Eventually,
I like that
stumbled
caveat, legal.
on scat. And to be very honest, it was super hot, and I ended up enjoying it a lot. Something about watching a beautiful woman with a fat ass.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I'm
This
not
confession,
exaggerating when I say
dude.
I spent almost 2 years of my life watching
Flame broiled husky? Oh my god, dude.
Alright. Well, as I got more and more into it, the more I wanted to experience it myself.
Good dog.
I tried finding women who were into it, but they seemed few and far between. Eventually, I found a
Aww.
who specialized in extreme fetishes. And she was super hot, too. But very expensive. I knew I wanted this, though. But I'm not super rich, so I took out a cash advance on my credit card and put it in my savings. This dude fucking has taken out a loan.
Alone, dude.
Pun intended, I guess. I contacted her,
What?
scheduled an appointment
I don't even know.
last month on the 15th, and paid for a hotel
Apparently
room
Logan
and her
found.
flight
Yeah, dude, I've been hearing it from Harley, dude. I already know.
time off work on the Friday beforehand to prepare.
Friday. Oh my god, took time
I was
off
so
work.
excited,
Oh
my
my
heart was
god.
racing, waiting for her to show up at 6 at my room.
6.
She came. We made conversation and I grew more excited and aroused. Finally, the time came. She grabbed her suitcase, opened it, and pulled out a large plastic sheet and laid it over the bed. She told me to lay down, undress, and get comfortable. And she'd change in return. It gets so fucking gross, dude.
Oh no. Oh
I did
no.
so, and was so excited. After what felt like forever, she came back wearing a leather corset, thigh-high boots, and no bottoms. She asked if I was ready. I was so excited and aroused I couldn't speak, just nodded.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh my god.
She got on top of me in a 69 and told me to eat her asshole. I ate it like my life depended on it. She stroked and blew me. It was amazing. Then she asked if I was ready for the main course. I moaned, yes. She put her entire ass over my face and carefully lined up her asshole with my mouth.
Oh no. Oh no 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 my god.
Gently. Then I saw it open up.
Oh my god.
Long.
Oh god, TJ.
I opened my mouth and as soon as
Because weird trigger vibes at Burnside. There's weird trigger vibes with this confession.
it tasted so bad.
So bad.
It was terrible too.
Terrible.
It made me gag. Then she moved.
No, mute it. I know. God, I know that. Yeah, I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. Extreme fetishes Fortnite.
Smashing and spreading it on me while still
Ah!
I was fighting the urge not to puke.
Oh God!
Sadness and disgust in my eyes
Ah!
as I fought the urge not to cry like a baby.
Cry like a baby.
And jerking / blowing me. Eventually I came all over her hands. Smeared my cum and some of her shit together.
Oh yeah! Oh my
I
God!
needed to impress her.
This is what the fuck's going on. This is a confessionary story of a dude that
We went.
thought he was into a
Sheet in the garbage.
very shitty situation, let's just put it that way, and this is his confession of being like fucking
Immediately I broke down.
oh my god, this is I never heard the original story. God, this story's morbid.
Trying to forget. I found out the hard way last
I'm trying to forget.
But I don't have a scat fetish, and honestly, I feel mentally broken over that.
Broken!
I don't know if I can overcome this. I've been really struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts.
Oh my god!
I made an appointment to see a local therapist. I hope it can help. Thanks for the words of encouragement, everyone. It's been overwhelming and incredible having so many PMs and comments with encouragement hit me. You guys are such a nice community.
Oh my god.
That's dumb. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all.
What a little bitch.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh my god.
Man.
You really don't want to know. You really don't.
Has been suspended.
No, this has been suspended.
What a shitty experience, man.
Damn. YouTube allows this, lol. Yeah, I guess so. Why? You know, recently I've just noticed, like, our streams recently just have been very scatological, honestly. This has been like the third time in a week.
While that is disgusting, this story is BS. What about that story leads you to believe it's not real?
Dude, that story is real.
Like, there's nothing in it that strikes me as like, uh-oh, that's fucking a red flag. There's no way that part happened. You know what I mean? This Reddit story should be a dark comedy film. It should at least, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
This should be a fucking movie for sure.
Oh my god.
I love
it. Would never be in theaters. It could never get past.
They took out a fucking loan for it, you know?
They took a loan.
That's a loan and like got a hotel room and fucking flew a bitch out, you know?
Hell yeah.
Like,
Move them bitches out.
Fucking, like so much
to do some shitty experiences with the guy. The dude was into scat. He wanted to, well, he thought he was, and literally took out a loan and did all this. The moment happened, and he realized that he basically was mentally scarred and basically wanted to kill himself afterwards.
Well, bro, look scat up before you...
No, he did. He thought he was into it until he realized, like, the reality of it, really.
It probably could, man. It probably could be a full fucking movie, huh?
What the fuck happened in that hotel room? Well, that's story. What about the future guests? Dude, I mean, I hope that the fucking janitors don't know because, yeah, that... I mean, that room would need to be, like, fumigated.
Like a wise investment.
Shop dog. It's the last time you see me, buddy. We're loading your shit up there. We're heading for the Mexican border, bro.
Hey, take me with you.
We're going for the border, bro.
Yeah, I want to go for the border. I have no money, but I can do stuff. I can figure things out. I could find like a Mexican farmer union or something.
Mexican farmer.
I don't know. They'll take my gringo ass.
Sure, that does.
My reaction.
No, we'll stick you out in the field.
The turd. See, this guy made was
oh god.
Waters to test there, you know what I mean?
You know, I don't want it.
You don't go from 0 to 100. You know? You gotta
I'm saving this. Oh my god.
You know? Put a little toe in. Tell us you're making great money.
Wow. We're not even an hour into this stream. We're already off to a great start. Oh my god.
Yeah. A log of regret.
Oh my god. Oh no. Stop. No.
Why are men so perverted into the most disgusted things?
Disgusted, dude. Disgusted. Wow.
It's a
why are
figure it out for yourself. I won't lie.
I think I'm just that fucking broken.
It sounded like his life went straight down the toilet. Hearing that made me I don't know how I'm gonna wipe this from my mind.
Oh my god, that's a dad joke.
Shit smells.
Oh my god.
Like, I can't believe how bad it smelled. Okay. Like,
yeah.
Ever experienced the smell of shit before?
I mean,
what did you think? It was gonna smell.
Honestly,
like
whether we like it or not, we all have to, like, because of our own self, you know, like, and it's not pleasant. I don't know. I'm just. There's no way to keep going with this conversation.
We offered Billy 10 grand for them to
God damn it, I am too fucking aisle.
You gotta lick the dingleberries before you do the
Ah, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know, like, I don't know,
Oh my god.
touch a turd first. You know, be like, this, you know, like, have a woman fucking take a shit
No.
in front of you.
Oh my god. We need a Fortnite exorcism.
You can be like, oh,
TJ, what is happening? What are you doing, TJ? Oh my god.
no, don't go right to just like, shit on my face. It's too much. Yeah, do like
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Shit on them after.
I need about 3 more, dude. I'm not even that drunk. I only had 1 of these. I just started this.
$1 left.
Oh my god. Oh my man, holy shit.
Who cares?
Oh my fucking god.
We should be everybody.
Oh.
Oh my god, yes. That'd be the most beautiful fuck.
Okay, this is what if it was the verse of this happened, like guy got shot. Well, that's probably how some people probably do get that, though. Like, that type of weird thing. Because they probably had, like...
What a beautiful world.
I don't know, like... I'm not exploring this!
Like the
I'm not exploring this! Without making it sound visceral and horrible. Oh. Well, you could have just said it was ready.
What do I give a
Oh,
shit?
fuck you too, wow.
That is taco and McCormick's.
Oh, so just both of it?
Yeah. I boiled the chicken, so.
Sometimes you eat the turd. Sometimes the turd.
Your day gets too drunk, shits everywhere, sounds like a Reddit problem. It's a Reddit problem.
For another time, the turd ate him, man.
Well.
I watched a documentary the other day about this guy who loves jerking off with poo as lube.
Oh my god, why is that a documentary?
That's a documentary about that.
I'm eating, and you know what, I'm still gonna eat, I don't give a fuck.
Turd bags.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I do it, but I double down on making sure they wanted it. I don't want to accidentally traumatize them like that guy got traumatized. Dude, I mean, maybe I'm a terrible person, but if the person who got traumatized and hated it, that'd be all the better. It'd just be like, yeah, that was me.
I traumatized this son of a bitch.
Please stop talking about shit. Well, alright. The shit conversation's officially over. Quiet, everybody.
Yeah, honestly, please. I'm not even gonna lie.
No more. Douglas has had enough, bro. Respect Douglas, bro.
Respect Douglas, dude.
Come on.
And that in return is respecting me. As I eat
Not
some potatoes.
funny. You need more.
This should just cool down a little bit though, won't it?
Do a tier list of the best Daily Wire films. I'd have to watch them.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Who the fuck wants to sit there and watch it? Alright.
Raise a shot on your partner's chest and steamroll over him. Oh my god! Dude! It's just enough of the shit. Fortnite splat saw those side sticks Fortnite match and shit goes flying like apes in a candy store. Oh my god. It says street seller curse, burn it. I mean, you partook in it. The Fortnite splat.
What?
Alright, enough. We're like legit. Fucking hell.
So, Screaming Phoenix, that's not real, right?
We had a laugh, but my god. Holy shit.
I'd rather watch the Turd Shoe Diaries than Daily Wire movies.
I feel like
That'd be a really good title for that movie.
I feel like Daily Wire would be unintentionally entertaining though.
Maybe the movie should just be called Shit Happens.
Shit your britches. I mean, if you actually have anything in your britches.
See, when you say lol, that makes me feel like it's
Mine's the parody of the whole thing. You know what, damn it, yeah.
But
True.
I hope it is.
Fuck, damn it. American turns. Sorry.
Shit happens. Coming to theaters this Christmas.
Shit happens, man. Come to theaters this Christmas.
Hilarious hijinks for the whole family.
Fuck you doing?
No, because on YouTube doesn't mind.
It's daily one. Shit is
I know ACAB, but
Boner soup, man.
what's going on here? What's going on here? There's the dude who just walked right in there. So what's going on here? She is in Photoshop. Oh my god! Whoa! Hold up. Hold up. I spotted it. I saw that. Damn. Damn. Damn, girl. Holy. Damn. Damn. That is a bumper. Damn, you can put some like bumper stickers on some of that bumper. Damn. That is some cheeks right there. Like, holy shit. I mean, yeah, it cap, but I mean, damn. Like, whoa. Like, how does she, like, how does she chase assailants? Like, damn. We need to get Harley in here. Harley, get in here. We need your opinion on this. I know he's a titty man. Stripper got a job as a cop? Maybe. Dude, what the fuck? Yo, like, that bumper, though. Dude, like... French millionaire dentist jailed for mutilating his patients from low-income neighborhoods for unnecessary work. Oh my god, she's there. She's also there. She's there as well. Holy shit, dude. Fucking... like, dump bump, dude. She doesn't have to. They come to all her senses of the word. Oh my goodness, dude. My gosh, she's the one that they always use for official photos. Hey, I mean, if all of our police forces were basically just that, I mean, I'd be okay with them detaining me. No, I'm saying. Wow.
Play Ursula, do you like tentacles, TJ?
Oh, he was already done. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, TJ. We don't need your nonsense. We don't need your nonsense if you're weird interceptions. What in the fuck what are you doing? Someone needs to send TJ that pic. Dude, seriously. Wait, what's this? A gator knocked out a cop? Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Dude, bro, fuck yes. Let's go.
This one was awesome. This is the old.
Oh, damn.
Get him.
Damn.
Get his ass, dude. I love gators. Oh my god.
Oh, shit, dude. We gotta enhance this baby.
Yeah, dude.
Enhance this baby.
Bro, he knocked... Dude, by the way...
Oh, my God. Hold up. We're going to, do this. We're gonna just go back straight to that beginning, baby.
This one was awesome. This is the old.
Boom!
Let's go! Get him!
Oh, dude, gator fighting back. I smacked both of them in their faces.
Get his ass!
Boom!
Dude,
Bitch slapped.
Gators. Oh
dude, fuck
god.
yeah, dude.
Hey, that's what you get, dude.
Mm.
Bro, he knocked... Dude, by the way, remember what I tell you about Oakley's? Notice how the cop falls, okay? Falls like fucking timber.
right?
Timber.
Immediately after his Oakleys are knocked out.
Base skater. Base
As
skater.
I've said before, and those are skin-tight Oakleys, so it's like extra difficult to knock the fuck out.
Yep.
Knock those off of someone's head.
Oakley's like
cops have
rafted
fat
to
necks
skin.
and fat heads. So being able to knock the Oakleys off of that fat fucking head, that potato head, I mean, that means the use of force there was incredible. But notice how the moment that the Oakleys fly off of the cop's head, he has no more power. Two things are cop kryptonite, okay? If you can take out their Oakleys, that's basically, they have no more power, because that's where they drive all their power from. Like, it's like they do domestic abuse at home, domestic violence, and then they load up their Oakleys with all the power, and then they use that anger and violence.
They load up the Oakleys with all the power.
So if you take out the fucking Oakley, all of a sudden it's like the gauntlet's off. They have no more power. Their power level goes down to 0. It's depleted. Same with, and the other kryptonite obviously is fentanyl. If you have like even like a little bit of fentanyl in the room, cops immediately overdose. They can't walk around fentanyl. It just like seeps into their skin in a way that
it's like they look at fentanyl and they overdose on him. It's like, oh shit, it's fentanyl, and they just start overdosing immediately.
Physically impossible, but for some reason it's just cop kryptonite. So basically that's what happened here. Like the Gator here did the smart move by knocking the fuck out of the Oakleys off this dude's fat dome here. Look, watch one more time.
Oh!
It goes the distance too.
Dude, it launched them Oakleys up in the air too. Like boom! Bounced them babies out.
Syndrome for cops? Oh yeah.
Dude, I love
it
Gators.
doesn't take like a grain of salt of fent to fuck you up though. Yeah, if you take it though. Not if you're fucking in the vicinity.
No shit.
If fentanyl interacting with your skin immediately puts you in a fucking coma like the way cops act, every medical professional would be dead, okay? Do you understand?
Pretty much.
Literally every fucking ER nurse.
I mean, if they end up interacting and touching that shit and like, you know, fucking like medical shit and, you know, in like in medical environments, then it's like, how come none of them motherfuckers are dead? Like, oh, you know, it's like cops, I guess, you know, are just unique and are just have like, you know, some weird special weakness because it is their kryptonite. That's why whenever I see these videos, like, oh no, an officer, you know, was saved, you know, from fentanyl overdose, it's just like, no, that's literally propaganda. Like, that's not real. Because no fucking cop, unless they smoked it or ingested it or took it in some way, OD'd on the fucking fentanyl. Like, unless, you know, like, unless it's a patch maybe, but unless they slap that motherfucker on themselves, then there ain't no way happening. It's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, any propaganda, fucking false flag bullshit of like these cops pretending they're ODing off fentanyl is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's really absurd is that people buy it.
Dead.
People actually believe it.
If that was a thing that was physically possible, they would all die. Like that, but yeah.
Pretty sure also like more than just a medical field to die. Like pretty much like most people in the hospitals probably would too. It's like, oh, there happens to be a vial of fentanyl in the room. What's this? Cop playing ball. Just fucking like to kind of murked of it, he fell on the ground. I mean, hey, at least like, you know, there's I guess an excuse for it so the kid can get away with it, but I mean, it's still funny.
That's true. See, bro, you can't do that. You can't. That's like very dangerous, dude. That kid did something that could have gotten him shot. Because it's a dangerous weapon. When you put on the cop Oakleys, all of a sudden, this is empirical evidence, by the way. Thank you for showing this. This is the real truth that you get at the Hasanabe broadcast. Truths that are too traumatic to show elsewhere.
Cops per unit, Krispy Kreme.
The civilian was shot and killed after
to the power of the Oakleys.
He handed his badge that day. Yeah. He's been in prison for 3 years now. This is the man who's supposed to defend the public. Epic, but you also traveled. Oh, Jesus Christ. How can he defend the public if he can't defend the hoop?
Damn.
His body cam stop recording? Yeah, this is, by the way, this is a cop. This is what you need to do whenever cops try to do, like, whenever they try to cut propaganda bullshit with this, because this is how they cut propaganda by, like, oh, look at us, we're doing community service by playing basketball with these dudes, you know? Like, when they do this shit, you gotta hoop them. You gotta out-hoop them like this, okay?
Yep.
You just gotta destroy them in the marketplace of hoops.
Destroy him in the marketplace of the hoops.
I mean, this cop will never recover.
Well, off on a beer run, my brain's still in recovery mode from the Curse videos. Recovery mode from these high ideas. In recovery mode from these great intellectual ideas, man. You got Rave Dubined. You got Rave Dubined. Yeah, I need to get another brewski myself. Because I know I got at least like 3 of them in that. Lovely, lovely little fridge. Yeah. Now we got something that we can check out in a little bit first. Yeah. Do this real quick. Grab my other brewskis. Come back. Where's the coffee? Are you in here? You're in here. Just like. There we go. Pollard mashed potatoes are peak. Some good shit right there. If I do say so myself. United Baltic Duchy? What the fuck? I'm getting like endless fucking like peace deals that I have nothing to do with. Like, oh my god. Just press play and immediately the first thing was like, oh yeah, peace deal. There we go. What's this? A non-aggression pack there or something? Nice. I'm always down with that. Oh shit, Ukraine fucking capitulated. Damn, alright. Well, I also have nothing to do with that, so that can happen in whatever way. Oh my god, Russia is gobbling fucking everything up. Oh shit, dude. Did the war in Europe finally kind of come to a close? Yeah, a little bit. Alright. So now there's just like a war in the Americas. What? Yeah, he's in there. I don't know why it's just... I don't know why he's there, dude.
Fucking weirdo.
He is. Oh. Oh my god. Fucking sneezing, dude. Yeah, now
You said let's fucking head now.
Grab your bag. I don't know.
Maybe I'm grabbing this. Plus, if I was leaving, I'd move the cowie back in the fucking yard, right?
Oh.
The cowie's sitting behind my fucking truck. Really good.
It is.
I predict Harley in the next couple of years is gonna move to a small little city.
You mean a small town?
Yeah, I really want to move. Like, I'm kind of tired of the city. I'm tired of the police and all that fucking shit.
I mean, you'd still have to deal with them and shit, though.
Yeah, but they're not big fucking departments. They're like one little small town department.
Yeah, with 3 cops.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of depends. Just because I know a lot of, we'll have like a lot of heavy budgets and shit, and a lot of small towns tend to suffer from shit like that because like a lot of police basically get like a lot of extra goodies and extra like budget investment stuff, but the town doesn't really get much like natural investment and upliftment in their type of quality. Move down here, police ain't shit if you're white down here. Just remember to be white. Yeah, in Alabama.
Oh, hell no.
White.
Yeah,
Fuck
when you're,
no.
yeah.
You wouldn't catch me dead down in Alabama. They'd hang... As soon as I stepped foot in that state, they would hang me.
You're white. They wouldn't do shit.
You dumbass.
Doesn't matter. There's other shit that they'd hang me for. Besides being...
As long as you keep it in the closet, then they won't do shit.
When the hell have you ever seen me keep anything in the closet?
Fair enough, but I mean, as long as no one openly knows about it, or it's not like such a...
If they don't openly know it, they won't fucking take it or kill you.
Yeah, if they don't know about, like, especially something...
Yeah, they especially on, like...
If they know that you're into, like, BDSM or some
Figured
shit, then they probably think whatever.
Okay, that quote comes from Texas.
This is straight up Texas quote? I thought that was for all the southern states.
Texas quote. When the steers and queers comes from Texas. You've never seen Full Metal Jacket?
I haven't seen that movie in a fucking long ass time.
Even though that pains me to say that.
Fucking... No, it's not just... It's...
That's not for all southern states.
No, I just want to move out of the city and, like, get a small place with, like, a garage.
Go to Yakima then.
Huh?
Go to Yakima then.
Park the T-Bird in the driveway, have the no. T-Bird gets the garage. What am I talking about? She's a garage queen.
BDSM is big girls down here, so yeah, I mean, you'd be fine.
Yeah, what down there?
BDSM. Dude, girls are hella repressed down there anyway, so yeah, they'd definitely be into shit like that.
You know what? That
I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, I'm just saying.
Man, I wish I would have grabbed my fucking pipe before I left.
Why?
Because I have a fuck ton of weed at the house.
Well, you don't have one?
No, I don't have any weed with me either.
Well, boo.
Well, boo-hoo.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he got laid, though.
I have a pipe.
I really hope he got laid. So I can stop hearing about it.
But it won't happen because he won't shut the fuck up about him being laid, dude. You know how it is. You know how it works.
I can hope, goddammit.
Dude, your hopes and dreams, I'm sorry, bro.
Who the fuck are we talking about? Because this is just fucking hilarious.
We're talking about my roommate,
Who's your roommate?
Logan. He's been, like, hardcore trying to find a chick lately because he's just like... I don't know, he got a wild hair up his ass or something. He's been horny as fuck lately and just won't be quiet about it.
Dude, it's just like... I mean,
Go
I
in the
know...
closet, rub one out, be fine later.
I'm pretty sure he probably does do that, but it's not enough, basically.
Oh no, he's said, like, admitted that he's like, bro, the rubbing one out is just not enough anymore. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to know.
Oh my god, dude.
I'll just like be chilling in my room, minding my own business, and he's like, bro. And I get it, I'm the roommate. I'm supposed to be like, yeah, bro, go get that. And I'm just like, I'm so over it.
Dude, I mean, I would be too, man. Like, I mean, I'm already just like barely hearing it. As
All I
want to
do,
like, bro.
All I want to do in my 40s is work on cars and bikes and hit the highway.
You mean 30s? You're not even in your 30s yet.
I said 40s. It's the dream of my 40s. My 30s are gonna be hell.
I'm 30. Fuck you.
I see a lot of speeding tickets in my 30s, is what I see.
Or in jail. Either one.
Or burnt a... Or you have a fuck patch.
Yeah, you haven't noticed? Yeah, I have a fuck patch.
I want a fuck patch.
I have one fuck to give.
Here,
This is my only
here,
fuck.
let's look at the fuck patch.
This is the only fuck I have in this world.
Bring it over here. Let's look at that fuck patch. Yeah.
It's the only fuck I have.
The singular,
it's sewn to my
singular,
jacket.
yeah, the singular fuck that he has to not give.
I have that singular fuck that I will never give away.
I have 0 fuck.
I have no more fucks to give. My fucks
dude,
have run dry.
Like, if I ever, like, I really just want to get, like, eventually in my life, get a big property and build a giant barn.
Just not about barn, I'll tell you what.
You know it's easier to build a shop, right?
No, but I like a barn. Barns are
It's
big.
easier to build a steel building.
Yeah, I know. Like, fucking,
I'm gonna do a naval invasion of Africa from
well,
the fucking
used
Caribbean.
to, when he's alive.
I'm hoping that it can actually be a thing I can do.
Fucking 2 stories? That shit
I'm gonna do it via the
fucking...
port of Spain. And I hope it
Takes
works.
like, what, 2 days to build one?
I'm just gonna immediately just like dump it right on Lagos. And then Porto Novo.
Something, I don't even do it
Property
like...
down here to fit a building
No, yeah,
for a
you're
giant
probably right
barn.
about like 2 days.
Well, around here, same thing.
Well, it depends how motivated
Well,
you
building
are.
a barn or a little building or whatever, like, yeah. I mean, especially in the South, places like in fucking, like, you know, places like in Texas and
Now, where
shit
I
like
should
that.
go if I really want to get my own building? Just go to fucking Detroit. They have a lot of abandoned buildings down there.
Yeah,
The Motor City,
Fair.
baby! The Motor City! Fuck Detroit. They have...
there's divisions on this.
I'd rather not die in Detroit.
I don't blame you.
Detroit's one of those places I feel like it's good to visit. Good to visit Detroit. Get some automotive history. Go see the factories and shit.
I mean, Detroit has a very strong union history because of a lot of that factory and shit. Of a lot of the factory history in the automotive industry. Used to have a very strong union history, but a lot of it got gutted and outsourced with a lot of union busting in the 80s.
But I would not stay there because they have a really high murder rate.
Yeah, sadly. Because it's been abandoned as a fucking city, basically. On a state and fucking national level, practically.
If I ever visit Detroit, when I make my way down to way down to Wisconsin, in the middle of the night, cut down a statue, shove it in the back of a truck, and run. They have a statue
Oh
down
my
there that I
God.
want.
Which is...
They have a statue of the Fawns.
oh my god.
That's in the middle of the square. I want it.
Oh my good lord.
You ever hear of me going to fucking that certain state? You know what I'm doing. I won't make it back.
Right down here is the cool Alabama violence, baby. Drug deals galore.
Drug deals go.
I
I'm not
imagine.
surprised.
Honestly though, yeah. I mean, for real.
Come on.
I mean, that's just kind of what's fucked up about it, frankly.
You coming or not?
Give him a treat, here.
You take bombs off.
Here, give him a... give him...
You don't want to know.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, I'll give you some roast beef with some cheese wrapped around it. How about that, buddy? Up. There you go. Half the drug deals are weed, the other is meth and pills. And how many people don't need to fucking die because of, you know, buying some weed and shit, dude? It's just, wow. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous, honestly. Dude, why is this guy not want to have, like, any fucking divisions at all, like, set up for his fucking invasion I'm trying to set up here? They're lame! Zero divisions will be some. Why is that? Like, why is like some like armies not wanting to do that? That's like fucking like faking game. It's only dangerous if you're not white. Well, yeah. Sadly. Jabal al-Shamal. What is this? Oh, it's fucking a puppet state to fucking Ottoman Empire. Or if you're white, in the wrong place in Birmingham. Good to know. Just saying, good to know. Damn. Why? Oh, that's why. Frontlines have already been achieved. Like that. You. Can go. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. That's a little awkward. Some neighborhoods don't take well to a white guy showing up out of nowhere. So I imagine so, frankly. Because they probably think that it's probably some racist thug probably there to try to fuck shit up or something. Not to be racist, but yeah, it happens sometimes. Well, honestly, no, I don't blame him, honestly. Like, you know, when it comes to that type of shit, I mean, it's just like, I don't necessarily blame them. They probably do have, you know, in these communities and neighborhoods, they probably have a history of random white thugs, you know, coming in and trying to fucking start shit, you know, that come out of nowhere and fuck with these people in these black communities. It's like with what happened with Ahmaud Arbery, you know, where he was going on that jog on that morning, some fucking ex-cop vigilante white thugs, you know, decided to shoot him in the street. I mean, it's just like, I mean, how many times does shit like that happen when it never gets reported, you know? So it's just like, I don't necessarily fucking blame him. Unless you have something that openly flexes that, like, you're on your side or some shit, like you're, you know, driving by and you happen to have, like, an Antifa BLM flag or some shit on your car or whatever the fuck, then they might think, okay, you're not that bad. But, I mean, shit. I mean, if you don't have anything that overtly shows that you're chill, which even then, I doubt it, just because of, you know, just of their own biases with it. I mean, it's like, doesn't necessarily make it right, you know, that they'll just, like, do that, but, you know, when it comes to just any white guy walking in their neighborhood or whatever, but, I mean, I can get it at least. It wouldn't necessarily, I mean, well, I suppose, while, you know, it is, you know, racist, I mean, in a sense that, you know, there are black folks that will do that shit, on top of the fact that there was also, you know, white thug motherfuckers that do that shit back, you know, as well. I mean, it's just, you know, more or less just, you know, a lot of stuff that just kind of fuels this same racial divide bullshit. Like the whole race war nonsense and all this fucking garbage. But because the state is so gerrymandered, it goes red. Oh, I bet. I bet, dude. Considering how much, you know, it's rigged. Just fundamentally against the average person, let alone just, you know, people like the average worker. Sleepy boy. Gonna re-up a liquor tomorrow. Don't get too fucked up. Remember Breadstick Ricky. Well, with that noise, what are you doing? I'm just having a beer, man. When you were asleep, I didn't want to wake you. Didn't want to wake me up. You know the rule. We don't drink unless we're together. Because it's called social drinking. It's the only reason why we justify ourselves from not being alcoholics. Get some flavored Crown because while it's a kid's drink, it's still good. I'm pretty sure anything that's Crown Royale that's a kid drink is not actually for a kid. It's like flavored alcohol. Same here. And it's not really like... And there's nothing like wrong with that. This... Like, if there's some like weird bitch that just wants to be like, you know, that's like some wannabe macho fucking masculine, you know, fucking jock bro that's like, you have to drink the most disgusting fucking piss water in order to get fucked up, bro. It's like, no, dude, I want to taste some. I want to have something that gets me fucked up and tastes good. Like, I don't want something that tastes nasty, but also gets me fucked up. I want something that tastes good and gets me fucked up. The back of the beer, nice. Don't worry, we've totally moved on from the cursed moment from an hour ago. Like Sunny Whiskey. Yeah, and there's nothing, like, and honestly, that's some good shit. Like, just straight honey whiskey, because it's almost, it doesn't really burn as much. It has a, you know, it's more sweeter. It's actually almost kind of like a warm softness in a way. It's like a nice warm soft cream. It's like kind of like a creamy soft thickness.
That's right. That's right, to the cops. Swing it!
Let me show you what happened when we tried. Let me show you what happened. Let me show you what happened when we tried.
Doctor, he drinks it with cola. It's a good combo. Probably makes it have like a caramel flavor to it.
What?
Honey whiskey and cola. I normally get vodka, but I'm feeling whiskey today. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I'm kind of a vodka guy, but I tend to have a whiskey vibe, you know? That's usually my main two go-tos.
Whiskey all the way, baby!
See, I'm always down for a...
vodka!
Oh, come on, don't be that way. Don't be that way.
I'll be that way.
How dare you. It's not cool. Just some not cool stuff. I tell you what. Vodka over whiskey, fight me. I ain't gonna fight you over that.
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
None of your fucking business!
Well, fuck! Yeah, it is!
There's a lot of shit I can throw at you, I hope you know.
Fight me! You don't want to throw that.
Ah! That I won't throw at him. That's a brand new disc, too.
Last time I got sloppy on vodka, me and my ex tried to make mini-me's. It failed, thankfully. Good. That's a long way of saying we fucked.
turn into votes, votes turn into notes. Bag, money, we're the antidote. Let's remember, you know, get the hope. We need no gun, we need fire in the fury of the third world, son. Never say die, never wanna stop, never say. Never wanna stop, never say die, never wanna stop, never say.
I definitely fucked, but I also creamed that bitch. He creamed that bitch. And thankfully she did not get pregnant. Good. We don't need no preggers. We don't need no goddamn breeders here.
We got the plan, man. We got the politicians in and clear now. We can find fake shit, WWE. We don't need real like the UFC, yeah.
We're gonna need longer boot straps. Yeah, we are. We're definitely gonna need some bigger straps for these boots. This is a year ago when Alabama still had abortion. Yeah. That's good at least, when it still did. But it needs to have it back. Reconstruction, baby. I love what that little part in Hindu is. Wagaradora. It basically means get the fuck out, traitor. And it's just like, damn, I love it. I can say that to a lot of certain people. Indian singer intensifies.
You out the load, you bought the big gang, and you bang, make it run a wild like a Mustang.
Butt straps. It'd be kind of hard to have butt straps. Like, how's that work? Well, you just have like underwear, but instead of underwear, it's just straps. So it's like loose covering. What are you doing over there? What little contraption are you making? What's up, man?
Again.
What's up?
Huh?
Oh, Logic popped in. Butt straps, so like underwear version of overalls or like a onesie. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Venom, elaborate on the butt straps.
The what?
Butt straps.
Oh no, I'm running away from this conversation.
Shame on you. Sukov is a good pupper. It's me, Sleepy Boy. No, he's not. He's actually awake. They're bootstrap. They're like bootstraps, but for your butt. That means Harley probably knows what butt straps are and doesn't want to talk about it. Yeah, probably.
What?
You saying getting away from the conversation implies you know about butt straps and you're walking away from it because you don't want to talk about it. He's looking at me like, yeah, shut up. Because he knows we're right. I need to work on my growls again, honestly. That's not bad. That just kind of worked out well with that transition. Quit out of me, Daddy. I mean, I can see. I mean, I'm used to legit do growls, so I mean, I can do them. Like, I mean, I used to do them pretty well. It's a little harsh on the throat now because I haven't done them in forever. The trick is to do it right in the diaphragm and in the gut. Let's train this on throat. Why do you got a gun? Just because I can. I mean, mostly just because I, grew up around them and I like them, in a lot of ways. But, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean I don't, advocate for gun regulation, because I most certainly do. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, I'd like to go hunting at some point, maybe partake in, like, competition shooting clubs and stuff like that. But, I mean, until then, I just kind of like, to shoot them and tinker with them and stuff like that. Kind of like how my friend Harley likes to tinker with cars and shit. I like to, tinker with, guns and stuff. So. And honestly, I definitely am a major advocate for strengthening background checks and gun regulations, because when I got my Vishka, my AK, like, I honestly thought it was way too fucking easy to get it. It took, like, less than 24 hours to just, like, or, ask, like, hey, I want that. It's like, alright, here, just, here's some paperwork, and blah, 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 and I'm just like, alright, and I signed all the paperwork that was necessary, and it's just like, alright, put you on the list of the background check, it will take about, like, 5-hour waiting list, so they'll probably get to it early in the morning tomorrow, so just call up around like 11 or noon and we'll let you know when you're all ready. And I did that, and it's like, yeah, you passed, just come up, pick it up, and I'm like, alright, and I did, and it was that was it. And honestly, and I do think that is too easy. Like, I think, when it comes to buying something like that, I mean, you should be able to at least go through 2 weeks of doing some like tests, how you would like do written tests, for like a DMV or something, and also have hands-on training with the firearm you want to purchase, so you actually know like the ins and outs of what that firearm is and how to maintain it, how to properly manage it, how to properly hold it, and know what it is, so you're not irresponsible with it. Like, there needs to definitely be some like road stops and some gaps in place, before someone like me grabs something like that. Because, like I said, it's not like I'm against, anyone owning a gun and stuff. It's just like I would most certainly would rather have, some strong, gaps in place to make sure that, some crazy motherfucker, doesn't just pick one up. Or at least it's far less likely for that to be the case. I'm terrified of the woods. I always feel like I'm being watched when I go out in the woods. I never feel that way. I feel more like it's nice. Like, I actually kind of feel the opposite myself. When I'm in the city and shit, I always feel like I'm being watched. Like, even around here sometimes. Like, I know I'm not, but, like, sometimes even when I'm wandering around here and shit, like, I mean, like, sometimes I will feel that way. And legit, probably because I am. In a lot of ways. Probably either by some homeless dude being like, who's this dude? Or some shit, or maybe someone trying to size me up, or a cop. You know, it legit could be various different reasons. I wonder if I'd pass. I've never been arrested or charged in any mental health emergencies that happened when I was under 17. You should. Honestly, you, at least as it stands under Oregon law right now, you would pass. Because I've had, you know, different, like, you know, medical emergencies and stuff in my life. You know, after 18 and 21, including mental health wise, and I still passed, so. And also, like, I'm, you know, a lot better and different in comparison to when I was going through mental health challenges and shit in comparison to now, so. That's why I'd feel more comfortable and feel, you know, comfortable and confident in my own self that, you know, I'd be fine being around them. But, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's like, as much as I am an advocate for it, it's like, if you definitely feel like, you know, you probably don't, you know, want to be around them, then don't. You know, and also, especially if you feel like you're not going to be responsible with them, or you might do something probably to yourself, or, you know, maybe to other people because of whatever thoughts you might have, like, yeah, you probably don't get it. And honestly, there definitely needs to be maybe some, you know, red flag laws in place, at least, you know, to some extent, to, you know, potentially at least, like, do some sort of mental health analysis to look out for things like that. Because there's also definitely a lot of people that, for the most part, are probably okay, like, they can be responsible and they can be safe with firearms and stuff, but mental health-wise, you probably don't want them having one either way. Just because they're probably going to be an itchy trigger finger, or, you know, they're going to do something to themselves or to other people. You know, so, you know, it's just like, there definitely needs to at least be some balances and checks, you know, when it comes to it. But at the end of the day, if as long as people go through the process and are all fine and dandy, and, you know, they're, you know, like, they pass, like, the tests and the quiz and all that shit, then I got no problem people having a gun. Obviously, there's within reason, like, if someone wanted a fucking M2 Browning, like, 50 caliber machine gun or some shit, I'm gonna have a little bit of, like, what? You know, it's like, I'd be okay if maybe fire ranges or gun ranges having things like that, or if you want to shoot things like that, you can go to the gun range and rent it out, so to speak, for like an hour or two or something like that. You know, like, I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with that, but, I mean, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. You know, it's like, beyond that, any idea of your right to self-terminate? To a point, at least for me. Like, if you're someone who's young, or, like, you know, someone who doesn't have a terminal illness, or, you know, like, or some shit like that, you know, then, I mean, it's like, I'd probably, like, you know, say otherwise, really. Like, as, like, let's say you're, like, 25, and there is, like, a right to self-termination law, which Oregon actually does have, by the way. And in that situation, it's like, let's say I decide to go into a doctor's office and try, and the way it has to be approved is 2 doctors have to approve of it. And just because I'm a young guy wanting to feel that way, they're not going to do that. Like, they're going to say, no, you need to go to counseling, some therapy, and get some help and some mental health treatment. Like, that's immediately is what they're going to fucking say. And rightfully so, you know, in my mind. But let's say you're like a 75-year-old, have terminal cancer, and you're not going to survive, and instead of going through the suffering and, you know, pain of trying to, like, you know, basically make your last, like, years or months or whatever, you know, more comfortable, you'd rather just, you know, go on your own terms. That's, I think, you know, understandable, and I think should be allowed. Like, I'm okay with it within reason, I guess I should say. When it comes to, what's it called? I know there's actually a specific name for the type of law. I think it's, fuck. I mean, I know, like, the philosophical term, if it is, like, the right to self-termination, but there's a name for it in the law, as a law specifically, and I'm blanking on it right now. If you could prove your life is too uncomfortable to live in, I think it's acceptable. I mean, I think this is a little too vague, though, because, like, I mean, if you're, you know, in an uncomfortable, you know, livelihood just because of the socioeconomic conditions, that's not your fault. So that wouldn't necessarily be, you know, anything of your own failing. Thus, I wouldn't necessarily say death with dignity. Yeah, the death with dignity law. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, because the law specifically is called death with dignity, but it's basically a right to self-termination. But yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Death with dignity law. Yeah. Which I think is acceptable, at least how Oregon has it. I'm actually totally, like, happy and very, you know, glad that Oregon's one of the very few states that even has something like that, and when it does, it's actually, I think, the best way to do it, you know, so I'm pretty, not completely for terminally ill people. I support Oregon's law. Yeah, that's what I mean, not completely, which is what I actually am okay with. Like, I don't think it should just be entirely across the board, like, if you decide you just personally want to off yourself or some shit, like, no. Like, because if I decide to do that, because frankly, I mean, not now, but, like, times in the past, like, I, you know, felt that way, and it's just, like, if I decide to walk in there, you know, knowing this law and shit, like, you know, if it was just across the fucking board, you know, then would I even be here, you know, so it's like, no, like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily just have it as just, like, full stop, you know, it's like you just have that right, period, like, in certain circumstances, I think would be acceptable, and mainly due to, like, a terminal aspect of things. Suicide booths like in Futurama? Oh my god. No. Because frankly, I mean, there's like a quote. It's actually in a song, but it's a spoken word part of the song called was said by Richard Dawkins, and it's just like, and I forgot what it was says verbatim, but like the rundown is essentially, it's just like, you know, for like, like for every person that's here, there's like, like a million potential like Newtons and Isaacs, you know, like Isaac Newtons and, you know, Einsteins and so on and so forth, you know, so it's just like the mouse, like, so the, you know, countless, you know, unlucky, you know, individuals that could have been potential Newtons, Einsteins, so on and so forth, you know, whether before they even experienced life or had a very short one, and, you know, for whatever reason, I mean, it's just like, it kind of, at least for me, strikes a little bit of like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have such strong potential that they could be, you know, those type of people, and to just, like, have such easy avenues to essentially just, like, you know, just, like, forgo that and not really look at the roots of the problem as to why people feel that way, you know, kind of undermines our own success as a fucking species, you know, in a lot of ways, I would say. And I would say a lot of the more, like, you know, Isaac Newton style, like, minds, or like the fucking Einstein, like, minds, tend to be a little bit more on the depressive side. So if anything, they're the ones that would probably, like, want to try to avoid, you know, offing themselves, basically. They're making new episodes of Futurama still? Jesus Christ. I didn't realize they'd still be making fucking Futurama at this point. The episodes of King of the Hill 2. Well, I know about that. Like, they rebooted King of the Hill to where they're, like, you know, like, older now. Which I'm actually okay with. Like, I mean, I'm, you know, because I'm kind of curious about what they would do with that. Like, ooh, it'd be like, ooh, older, you know, Hank Hill, like Bobby as an older, you know, kid. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. And of course, they got a new Beavis and Butthead, which I still really want to see. I know the first episode of the new Beavis and Butthead is on YouTube. Which I think is pretty dope. I still need to see fucking Beavis and Butthead. Because from what I understand, it's like, it's not like in its, you know, like, it doesn't necessarily totally, you know, have like the same like spunk that it had from its original sense, but it takes enough from it and builds off of it to where it's still kind of its own thing and is actually like still really good, kind of like, you know, original Beavis and Butthead, which I like. I mean, it's like, I like that, you know, it's like, because honestly I feel like, especially with Beavis and Butthead, I mean, you know, those two can pretty much be dropped in any fucking part of the timeline, at least, you know, in more of a modern sense, and would fit right in. Like, you know, today's sense, early 2000s, 90s, I mean, Beavis and Butthead, or like 80s, like, Beavis and Butthead would fit in any of that, you know, pretty well. So, it's just like, you can throw them in anywhere, really, in the time, you know, like, in those time frames, and it would work out just fine, you know, so, you know, especially in, you know, given today's, you know, political climate, it kind of makes me really interested to see a new Beavis and Butthead, and I'm still kind of dogging on myself a little bit, you know, for not checking it out yet. New John Oliver. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to see what that is about. What's a synopsis on John Oliver today? That actually reminds me, there was actually one thing I saw earlier today before I went to work that I thought was a little fucking whack. Just curious what I want to check out first, the John Oliver thing or the one thing I'm thinking. Because the one thing I'm thinking of is unironically fucking Christian furries. And it's not even because it's not even what you really necessarily probably think. It's because like they're fucking Christians who basically think that if they just became like closet furries basically and like infiltrated the furry fandom to try to proselytize their religion, that's literally what they're doing. This basically is like what these people are in a lot of ways. Aren't Catholic furries a thing also? Yes. And honestly, like, at least, I won't say all of them, but there's at least some of these type of religious furries that aren't actually furries, but they are, in a sense, because it's, like, God's will to try to convince furries to believe in God, basically, and proselytizing their shit. Lamau, what? Yeah, I'm not kidding, dude. I'm not fucking kidding. If I say... Christians working undercover as furries. I'm not kidding, dude! I mean, yeah, alright, I have that, so it's in my most recent thing here. I'll have the John Oliver thing. I'm gonna look at how long these things are. Oh, it's okay, so both are about similar time. John Oliver's 27 minutes, the furry thing is 20 minutes, so... Law and Order. Oh, it is 32 minutes ago, so John Oliver is, like, new and fresh. Both of these are new and fresh, actually, so fuck. You know, I mean, we'll save the furry thing for a second, we'll check John Oliver thing. So, now that I hooked you with the furry thing, so now you have to, like, you know, go for this John Oliver shit. Confederate furries, too. Dude, yeah, Confederate furries are a thing, but honestly, I legitimately think those are furries that, honestly, are just, like, neo-Confederates, as well. Because there are furries who are also Nazis, and I also believe that's the same shit. Because, like, if you look at, you know, some of these neo-Confederate, neo-Nazi, white supremacist, incel type of fuckaboos, like, they are unironically degenerate scum. Like, legitimately. So, like, it doesn't behoove me that on the same time, you know, they're going to be into things that they also consider degenerate, like furries or bronies or weeaboos or anime or whatever the fuck else and shit, while they're also deeply into that shit. I mean, I've been on E621 enough to know that there's plenty of these far-right neo-Nazi type of fucking weirdos that are hardcore furries that are into, like, the most kinkiest of fucking porn, but yet are, like, these bastions of the same type of people that worship Trump and, you know, fucking Tucker Carlson and all these other fucking weirdos and shit. So, weeaboo brony with a side of tail. Bronies also have tails because of ponytails, like actual ponytails. not like this ponytail. You know what I mean? So, I mean, which type of tail are we talking about here, boy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like, goddamn. I know. Why is he... Zukov, why do you isolate yourself from me? Why do you isolate yourself from human contact? I never met Brony with a tail, but okay. I haven't, but I have I've met bronies that have definitely like adorned attire that's more than just like t-shirts and shit like that, and onesies. Like, I've seen more than just that, okay? Like, not in real life necessarily, but you know, online. Like, and also, yes, including tails. Like, I'm the actual like pony style tails. So I mean, been playing furries with tails. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, the overlap. That's the thing. And also the problem. They overlap. Like, they're not mutually exclusive, but, like, I mean, because you could be a furry and not be a brony, you could be a brony and not be a furry, but, you know, you can be both. Guess I haven't met very many bronies, so. Brownies. They're a lot more rare, the furries. Yeah, especially these days. Like, the whole brony thing was more in, like, the mid-2000s and late 2000s and shit. Or not mid-2000s. Early 2010s, mid-2010s, like, by the time it was, like, late 2010s, like, 2018, 19 and shit like that, like, the whole, like, brony fandom and shit like that kind of faded a little bit. It's still a thing, but it's not, like, mainstream as it once was, I guess. It became more niche. Like, if anything, furries have taken over. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I feel that way. Yeah. And the two groups like visually say hate each other. Bronies flip when being accused of being furry, and furries scream blasphemy when accused of being brony. Yeah. Because bronies are weird, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not, like, I mean, I don't care if people are, but, like, you're an adult male that is into, like, ponies and shit. And, dude, I've seen some weird things, man. I have seen some weird shit that comes out of bronies. Like, there's a reason us furries, especially that are into YIF and into, like, Rule 34 furry, like, porn shit and stuff like that, there's a reason why we are exceptionally, like, fucking, like, what the fuck about it, because we have seen shit, man. We have seen some shit. The whole friendship is magic? Oh, God. The way they describe it? No. It's a curse, boy. That friendship's a curse, son. Like, oh, God. Like, no. No. We got reasons. Us furries have our reasons to call them blasphemy, okay, boy? We got our reasons. Just saying. Just saying. I'll spare all details, but I'm just saying. I like how I had, like, a pretty hardcore Southern drawl going on there for a minute, though. But, you know, goddamn it, it's fucking merited. It's merited because I had to get real with y'all. I have to get real. When I have to get real, sometimes Southern drawl comes out a little bit. Because I have to just get fucking serious. And sometimes that includes a little bit of the drawl. Yeah, that's what I thought, boy. Oh my God. You actually just sent him a link to a tail. I don't think brownies are as bad as people say. They're just weird. Unless I meant are ironically very similar to furries. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm being a little satirical. Like, I'm being hyperbolic. But what I'm not being hyperbolic, though, is the Rule 34 stuff. Like, I'm being serious. I have seen some shit. Okay? And, yeah, they're just weird. Yeah, some of them are more than just fucking weird. Some of them also have a thing about ponies where they even want to go the extra step, okay? Like, I mean, honestly, I think there's like a subgroup of bronies that the whole broader bronies, you know, as a community don't want to fucking admit that legit want ponies. And don't mean just like the ponies in the fucking movie or the show or whatever the fucking franchise is at this point. I mean like equine, persuasions of interests in their real world. Like, I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, I like the horse group of furries now. Well, yeah, like, there's furries who are equines and, like, equine furries and shit. And they're fine. Like, I got no problem with that. In fact, there's honestly a lot of Rule 34 with them that I most certainly am just like, fucking chef kiss, son. But, like, I mean, when it comes to, like, when any MLP gets involved, that's when it's like, nope. But just saying, though, I mean, there's a niche subgroup. And even with furries, too. I mean, it's like, furries I'll admit, but yeah, there's even a subgroup within furries that want the more real persuasion of what they're into. And it's just like, and just like bronies, they're not, like, a big thing or even, like, a significant minority. It's a niche thing, but still, it's like they're there. It's like, come on. Anyway, John Oliver. We'll get more into furries in a minute.
Specifically, Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Popular franchise that's been on TV for decades.
Bum 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 bum. I don't know how it goes. It's something like that.
Dialogue like this.
Do you think that there was a reason that the killer sodomized your husband with a banana?
Whoa! Was TJ Kirk involved with that? Damn.
Even if I wasn't listening to the words coming out of Mariska Hargitay's mouth, I would know, based on her delivery alone, that the killer had sodomized this person's husband with a banana, and that she was simply trying to figure out why.
Was her husband the fucking TJ Kirk? That escalated quickly. That fucking escalated so quickly. Getting fucking sodomized of a banana.
Wrong, it's this.
Do you think that there was a reason that the killer sodomized your husband with a banana?
He was allergic to bananas.
He was allergic. Did you know Law and Order SUV convinced Ice-T to be pro-cop? Cringe. Damn, your mom is into some kinky shit. Dude, she is into some kinky shit, bro.
Of a killer asking, before I murder and sodomize you, I've got just one question. Do you have any allergies I should be aware of? That exchange is just one of the reasons why Law & Order is the king of cop shows. Between all its various spin-offs, there are over 1,200 episodes of it. It's been around for so long, it is genuinely hard to think of an actor who hasn't appeared on it at some point, because it's featured everyone from Chevy Chase, to Samuel L. Jackson, to Philip Seymour Hoffman, to Angela Lansbury appearing with her lawyer Bradley Cooper, to Adam Driver, who's on Series 13, Episode 11 of SVU for approximately 3 minutes and 32 seconds of screen time, if you're the kind of person who counts that sort of thing. Even politicians have been on it, like Rudy Giuliani, Mike Bloomberg, and Joe Biden, all of whom guest starred as themselves, which is a little weird, although it would clearly be weirder if Biden appeared as someone else, like a Times Square Ninja Turtle who's across a grisly murder victim suffering from bananaphylactic shock. Law and Order is on all the time, and for many it is comfort TV, but it and shows like it have a real impact. One study found viewers of crime dramas are more likely to believe the police are successful at lowering crime, use force only when necessary, and that misconduct does not typically lead to false confessions, which
is all bullshit.
Great if it were true, but if you're watching this show, you probably know it is not. And Law & Order in particular has become an American institution with huge cultural influence. Some have argued it's forming to shape a generation's understanding of the legal system. And you've probably seen people using it as a go-to reference point like this.
I'm not an attorney. I watch Law & Order from time to time.
My legal experience is watching like a Law & Order and Law & Order SVU.
I think the
Oh my god, people actually use this as a fucking excuse?
average viewer of Law & Order probably knows that you're not supposed to do this.
Well, I went to a great law school, but most of what I do on a day-to-day basis is based off of what I learned on Law & Order.
Look, I I'm not
Bruh.
saying that there is nothing you can learn from Law and Order. I've learned a ton from Ice-T's Twitter feed alone, where he drops truth bombs like a real nut. Feels like every bone in your body comes out the head of your dick. Say no more, I'm done. Fall asleep in 2 minutes. Look, truth teller, if you can't handle the ice, stay out of the freezer. It can be genuinely alarming just how seriously some people take the show. In fact, just listen to Warren Light, Law & Order SVU's former long-time showrunner, talk about an unexpected group of viewers that he learned about.
We've also found out over time, and this is a little anxiety-provoking for me, that a lot of cops aren't trained in how to do their job in cases of sexual assault. And a lot of cops get a lot of their information from watching SVU, which a lot of police departments don't have the time or the money to put people through formal training.
Yeah, that's not great, is it? No.
Wait. The time or the money? They definitely have the fucking money. That is definitely a bunch of lying bullshit. Not that he's, saying that, as like him making a claim, but still. Fucking cops making an excuse is bullshit.
To be telling jokes to mask your deep-seated feelings of emptiness and existential dread, in which case, keep watching, you might pick up some tips. So, if Law and Order is being co-signed by elected leaders and everyone from TV pundits to actual cops are using it to learn about law enforcement, we thought tonight we'd take a look at what this franchise has actually been teaching us. And let's start the line between
Princess Luna and LMP? No.
has always been deliberately blurry. In fact, the first smash hit cop show, Dragnet, which debuted on TV in 1951, made a big selling point of its authenticity, right from the start of each episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Protect the innocent. What about the What about the criminals?
But it starts with ladies and gentlemen, as that sounds like the sort of voice that would say letting your wife watch television could give her notions. But that claim of verisimilitude came at a price. Dragnet star and creator Jack Webb agreed that scripts would be formally approved by the LAPD's Public Information Division, and in return, the show could shoot wherever they wanted, have cops for extras, and use police vehicles and equipment, which was a pretty good deal for both sides. The show got a patina of authenticity, and
I mean, that sounds decent on the surface level, sure.
The LAPD got a flattering portrayal, which is
because it's propaganda. That's why, at the end of the day, it's fucking garbage.
Frankly needed, given that right after Dragnet premiered, approximately 50 LAPD officers brutally beat 7 men in their custody for over an hour, leaving them...
Oh my god, of course, because the LAPD are a bunch of fucking racist, white supremacist, Nazi gangs that are all just, like, sub-coordinated off to fucking, like, different, districts of fucking LA and shit. And basically continue to have, like, these fucking Nazi crime rings and shit that, continuously oppress, the different communities that they overlook and oppress.
Broken bones and ruptured organs in an incident that later became known as Bloody Christmas. So if Dragnet really wanted to be authentic, every episode should probably have started like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is bullshit. The names to protect the LAPD because they help to save a bunch of money on props.
Dragnet had a big impact on viewers at the time, including one particular little boy who later reminisced about being 5 or 6 years old and allowed to stay up late because Dragnet was on. That boy eventually grew up to become such a household name, someone once did this to their own body.
Here it is, the words executive producer Dick Wolf on his lower back.
Yeah.
The man said he got it because he's obsessed with Law and Order.
Oh my god.
A Dick Wolf tattoo. That is real star power.
Dude, when you're such a fucking bootlicker for the cops and the fucking oppressive law enforcement capital protecting class and shit that you literally get tattoos for them, it's like, dude, you're a fucking cuck. Like, gargle the dick harder of the fucking pigs, why don't you? And make sure you fondle, like, if you looked at pig balls, they're fucking ridiculous. Like, just fondle those of, like, your entire fucking, like, you have to fondle a singular ball of both your hands, let alone, like, both of them, you fucking, like, hog sucker. Ugh, dude, oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. What a fucking mutant, dude.
Team himself once simply tweeted Dick Wolf, and it got 108 likes. Dick Wolf is one of those names like
Dick
Steve Madden or Charles
Wolf.
Schwab that you see all the time.
Ain't the red rocket you're thinking of, but it's one you're fucking gonna get.
If you have no idea what Dick Wolf himself actually looks like. Case in point, that is not...
He looks like a fucking creepy-ass, disturbed, fucking old, decrepit, fucking parasitical white guy.
That's Charles Schwab, this is Dick Wolf. Except it isn't, that's Steve Madden, this is Dick Wolf. Is what I would say if that was Dick Wolf, but it's just a stock image that came up when we searched Business Grandpa. This, I promise, is the real Dick Wolf. And Dick Wolf was the 6-year-old Dragnet superfan who then grew up to create Law and Order. And interestingly, he actually started out in advertising, where among other things, he helped create this wildly sexist ad campaign for National Airlines.
I'm Judy, and I was born to fly. Fly me to Houston.
Oh yeah, baby, look at that fucking grainy ass fucking titties in that bra, baby. Yeah. Oh shit, grainy as fuck, but look at her dress. Yeah, look at her run over there, all grainy and in like 144p. Yeah.
Just say when. I'm Judy, and I was born to fly. Fly me.
And I love how there's no fucking plane, no airport, nothing involved with that at all. Like, this is for what airline again? I don't even know. Like, I mean, fly Judy. Oh my god. Yeah, get the Mile High Club with Judy. Yeah, that flight stewardess will stew you up real good. It's like, oh my god, dude. Man, one of these days we gotta find like a compilation of just random 1970s era fucking advertisements and just like experience it, because holy shit, dude. Born to Fly, Beto Airlines. What? I don't even know. Like, what airline did he say? American Airlines? Fucking South? What did he say? I don't even know. I forgot.
Holy shit! I can only imagine the target demo of that were men aged 18 to 40 who live by the motto, can't fuck it, don't want it.
Oh my god.
Big success. And Dick Wolf later bragged about it to the least appropriate person imaginable.
You were in advertising before, as a writer.
As a writer-producer, I made...
That's Roger Ailes.
Commercials. What were some of the commercials? Would people recognize these commercials?
Oh,
today?
Sure. I'm Cheryl, Fly Me.
I'm Cheryl, Fly Me. Hey, today, that's immediate sexual discrimination. That's immediately going to
interestingly enough,
7 years.
Interestingly enough, I think it was at the time one of the most successful airline campaigns ever, because it was aimed at... I'm Cheryl, Fly Me. It was aimed at businessmen, and all the stewardesses were from the University of Florida and were 22 years old. That's why they flew the airline.
I'm surprised that didn't end your career.
Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. When Roger Ailes is saying that to you, oh, you know you are a fucking pig. Like, when Roger Ailes, the misogynist pig of pigs, fucking says that to your ass, oh, damn.
Oh. The man best known for sexually harassing so hard he died. You know you've made an outrageously wrong turn. It's like someone saying you look lost and it turning out that someone was Amelia Earhart. You're in big fucking trouble. Now, after leaving advertising, Wolf worked on cop shows like Hill Street Blues and Miami Vice, and in 1990 he had his monster hit, Law and Order, which he even gave his own version of the Dragnet preamble, one that I'm guessing you can basically recite by heart, because you know how it goes.
In the criminal
justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The police investigate crime, and the district attorneys prosecute the offenders. These are their stories done down. Now, the views of their stories part is really important. That is similar to Dragnet. It draws inspiration from real-life cases. In fact, as Wolf recounts, when the network asked him, what's the Bible for the show, he said, the front page of the New York Post. No writers are going to do better than headless body found in topless bar. Which is a catchy thing to say, but I'm not sure it's true. Assless corpse found at bottomless brunch. There, I just did it. And like Jack Webb in LA, Dick Wolf cultivated a close behind-the-scenes relationship with the NYPD, employing officers as consultants and boasting about the access he had.
I probably spend more time with cops than anybody who doesn't carry a badge. So, I mean, when
Wow, it sounds like you love to fillet the cops very frequently.
You meet people, you meet cops, you meet, whether it's Bill Bratton or Ray Kelly or Sheriff Baca, you know, there is a shared interest in putting bad guys away and having cops.
You know, non-violent drunk offenders and, you know, people that did nothing wrong and black people that we just harangue up in the streets, you know, bad guys that we put away.
In a decent light, I am kind of unabashedly pro law enforcement.
Nice, suck their cock more there, buddy. You prostitute fucking whore for the fucking law enforcement, you fucking pig.
Wolf is the most enthusiastic chronicler of blue lives since James Cameron. And while not as formal as Dragnet's arrangement, Law & Order has similarly benefited from its relationship with the NYPD. One writer who's worked on the show has said there was always the sense that if we told stories that reflected too badly on the police, the NYPD could make it very difficult for us to shoot in New York.
Wow.
Sense, the NYPD is famously anti-shooting unless they're the ones doing it. In fact, for as much as Dick Wolf brags about how the show is written in shades of grey
or it's fucking dark.
Or how it'll show both sides of an issue, there is one side that is always on, and that's the police.
This week our smarter cops about Ian's meth pipe, got harassed but then let go after he couldn't find anything. Damn. He ate his meth pipe, so he just ate glass fucking Chad, dude.
As characters may be, they're all fundamentally pursuing justice, and cops love being portrayed that way, as actors on the show have attested over the years.
Police around the country, I must say, are big fans of the show because they feel it's authentic.
A couple homicide cops came over to visit. They just had wonderful things to say about the show. They said thank you, and they were thanking me, which was weird. They felt like they were being well represented.
My favorite quote from the police is, "Keep making us look good," which is a nice compliment. They're very, very
That's a nice compliment to basically be, you know, like a positive propaganda fucking outlet for, you know, police and, you know, a lot of the brutality and the oppression that they do on, you know, the working class, you know, yeah, I like being that guy.
They are!
This is fucking gross, dude. These fucking fucking cock-loving, cop, you know, sucking cucks, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. All just because they're on a fucking stupid, goddamn, retarded-ass TV show.
Major difference between they feel it's authentic and they feel it makes them look good. And it's the same difference between these two photos. One is a mirror of reality, and the other is a lie. And look, thanks to Law & Order's close collaboration with its police consultants, the show does get a lot of smaller details right, like specific laws, jargon, and crime scene procedures. But crucially, it also makes a lot of choices that significantly distorts the big picture of police. For instance, most episodes arrest the right perpetrators at the midpoint and then convict them at the end. And it's structured like that for obvious reasons. It is a self-contained episode of TV, and those need satisfying narrative arc fulfillment.
No shit.
But as we know, in reality, not only do many cases simply go unsolved, almost none of the ones that do get solved go to trial. Prosecutors put massive pressure on defendants to take plea deals, meaning that 97% of criminal cases don't go to trial. And obviously, Law & Order cannot reflect that reality. It would be unwatchable. Nobody wants to watch a show where 97% of episodes end with two lawyers striking a deal in a windowless room, and then you get to watch the defendant serve 6 months, then struggle to get a job at their local Jiffy Lube. But the courtroom half of Law & Order actually represents a significant departure from TV tradition, because historically, lawyer shows centered defense lawyers like Perry Mason, who tried to work against the system as the underdog and free innocent people. But Law & Order is different, and that is very much by design. Dick Wolf has said, "I believe that the heroes weren't the defense attorneys who were getting these scumbags off, the heroes were the prosecutors." And you can see that on his shows, where defense attorneys are usually presented as an impediment to convicting obviously guilty suspects. And they're the target of lines like this.
The cold chill just ran up your spine. It's because the defense attorney just walked in here. Defense attorneys distort the facts. They twist evidence.
I believe in monsters and things that go bump in the night, Jack. May they rot in hell, along with their attorneys.
Well, let me guess. That was Errand Boy, otherwise known as a defense attorney?
Okay, a couple of things there. One, yes, that is a post-OC Misha Barton doing some
My lord.
award-worthy...
I mean, basically just trying to do propagandization and being like, yeah, anyone that happens to be a defense attorney is just like someone who spreads fake news and alternative facts, and it's just trying to skew the reality of what the fuck is actually going on, and it's just nothing but a liar and a snake and just a weasel. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh my god, dude. If anything, honestly, in a lot of ways, depending on the circumstances, it tends to literally be quite the opposite.
These attorneys are a vital part of the justice system, so it's a bit weird that Law and Order can sometimes go out of its way to present them like the Babadook. And again, you can absolutely justify those decisions by saying, come on, they're making fiction, not a documentary. Not everyone wants to watch hyper-realistic portrayals of our ever-desiccating society, John. And I do understand that. But it's not just the portrayals of defence lawyers where big editorial decisions are being made. One study found that offenders on Law and Order were disproportionately white, male, older, and from the middle or upper classes. Dick Wolf
Curious.
He explained his reasoning for why the show's criminals skew that way, saying there are no rich white guy pressure groups. You can do anything you want to rich white guys and nobody cares. And you can see why he might not want to make a show in which his good guy cops are disproportionately targeting communities of colour. He wants people to like them. But the result of all of these creative decisions is that instead of depicting a flawed system riddled with structural racism, the show presents exceptionally competent cops working within a largely fair framework that mostly convicts white people. And while it is true that they have occasionally done episodes...
If only there was an actual fucking, law enforcement system that was based around that, because a lot of these America First, QAnon, Trumpy, fashy, patriot fucking weirdos and shit would probably all be locked up and shit. And, like, legitimate, actual fucking law and order probably would be a thing, but... nope.
Nope. Cops or reference real-world criticisms, especially recently with discussions of anti-police sentiment sometimes being shoehorned into conversations. In general, police reforms are often portrayed by the main characters as at best a nuisance to them and at worst a threat to public safety.
16 murders over 4th of July.
We cut back on the stop and searches, people start caring. You two had him yesterday and you let him go?
It wasn't probable cause for an arrest.
You create probable cause. You push him around. You provoke him.
After Eric Garner and Stop and Frisk lawsuits, the 1PP's been very clear. I don't make a scene.
I get it not, Nolan. The big bad
push her around and, like, make a scene and start, make a probable cause. Oh my god.
Police department is our partner. And in case you haven't been paying attention, they're under attack. Every decision, every test is scrutinized.
Good.
For people
fuck cops.
To defund them, for God's sake. And here you are.
Good. Fuck you.
Castrate them?
Oh no.
So yeah, let's make sure we're castrated. Oh no, we can't have them castrated, God forbid. Yeah, how about we do? Fucking. Oh my god.
Arrests? How awful.
Oh.
It's pretty telling that even in the fictional universe, basic police accountability is treated as an equivalent to getting your balls cut off. But maybe the best expression of the disparity between Law and Order and real life is in its most popular spin-off, SVU. It is a show built on the appeal of having cops who will stop at nothing to crack horrific cases. Cops like Elliot Stabler, who, before getting a spin-off show, routinely did shit like this.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, I get a little clumsy around scumbag pedophiles.
Why you gotta be so rough? Because you still got one good arm left to break.
I should put you in pigtails, you little bitch. You little bitch, I want you to cry for me. Come on, tell me! Come on, cry for me!
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You think I am some dumb cop? I'm not gonna...
I'm pretty sure, like, literally all these scenes are considered fucking abuse. Like, when it comes to, like, how cops operate. But literally, this is how they fucking operate, though. This is pretty much exactly what they do. If not, literally worse.
Leave Will Arnett alone! Look, I admit, as a viewer, it is something to see Stabler chew up the scenery and spit it out directly into Matthew Modine's face. Is it a model of good police behaviour? Absolutely not. Is it compelling to watch? For sure it is. Is it hot? Reasonable people can disagree. But generally, the thesis on SVU is that the cops deeply care about getting justice for victims, and their gut instincts mean that they almost always get the job done in the end. In one episode, we learned that Stabler has a 97% case closure rate, and people love this show. Christopher Maloney is the internet zaddy, and you can see why. His ass alone is a pop culture icon.
Damn, it's about as thick as the bumper we were seeing earlier from that female cop, dude. God damn. Dude, that guy got a fucking bumper.
Has a huge cult
Can play bumper cars off of that shit. Damn, son.
Fans have tattoos of her. Taylor Swift has a cat named for her character Olivia Benson, and there are even TikToks like this.
You when you were a kid? Daddy's little girl.
What the fuck?
Look, in general, I think I've made my position on police brutality pretty clear, but even I will admit, it is hard to resist the sight of Olivia Benson slamming an arsehole's head on a table to the beat of Hollaback Girl, in which case, go off, girl boss, lean into state-sponsored violence. And there is something incredibly appealing about the idea of a world where survivors of sexual assault are taken seriously by the police.
Yes. Oh my god, yes, this is actually real, dude. I'm not even kidding. That is real. Yes. I think that was when he fucking took the NFL Super Bowl like winners and like had them at the White House or some shit or something like that. I don't even know.
Because of this show, they knew what to do after their assault. Because of this show, they had a rape kit done. Because of the show, they reported and had faith in that. And because of the show, most of all, they didn't feel alone anymore. And to me, when I started hearing those stories,
Wish I had that extra McDonald's. Oh my god. Why the Abe Lincoln? I don't know, man.
So much more.
Because Donald Trump lives at McDonald's.
Obviously genuinely moving. And I don't doubt the show is doing important work informing or even providing catharsis for some of its viewers. In between, that is, showing her slamming a suspect's face into a table like she's a toddler making two Barbies kiss. And to her real credit, Mariska Hargitay has tried to parlay her fame into advocacy, founding an organisation which advocates for survivors of sexual assault, domestic abuse and child abuse. But if, as Hargitay says, the show encourages people to avail themselves of this system, it is worth knowing what that system can look like in practice, because it's not good.
The McDonald's cheapest form of food.
Repeatedly shown that New York's
there would definitely be more quality food around here that would at least be a similar price that you can get.
Actual sex crimes unit is set up to fail victims of sexual assault, and its case closure rate is a long way from Elliot Stabler's fictitious 97%. The NYPD's official figures show that they only close about a third of sexual assault cases, but one analysis of cases handled over a 2-year period found they had a closure rate of just 6%. Also, a damning 2018 investigation quoted multiple prosecutors describing improper handling of cases by overloaded or inexperienced investigators, which until recently were only given 5 days of formal specialised training.
Less than a week? How does that even work? Like, I mean, you can barely, like, I mean, I barely learned shit in doing my fucking job within a fucking week, let alone, you know, doing this shit. What the fuck? Like, I honestly would argue it takes a little bit more than a week, you know, to learn some of the shit that we have to deal with, at least, you know, when it comes to, like, top to bottom with the work that I have to deal with. Like, I'd say at least, you know, a month about, you know, to at least get the basic, you know, totality of everything, you know, from top to bottom about the generals and shit. And after that, like, tiny little nuanced details, you know, can be filled in from there, you know, because honestly, that shit's always liable to change anyway. So it's just like, I mean, at least, you know, like, I would say it takes about, like, a month for someone to totally fucking get it, you know, by the time, you know, they, like, you know, are working at somewhere, like, you know, doing some retail shit like I'm doing. Like, I mean, if less than 5 fucking days, oh my god.
Are watching SVU for tips, which honestly may not be a bad thing when you get Justice Crusader Olivia Benson, but it gets a little hairy when you get use of excessive force Zaddy here. And while the NYPD insists that they've since improved staffing and training, the DOJ recently announced their own investigation, citing reports that the unit's officers were failing to conduct basic investigative steps and instead shaming and abusing survivors and re-traumatizing them during investigations. And yet, the portrait SVU paints of the division is so convincing that when a new commander took it over in 2020 and did an interview discussing that scathing internal report that I just mentioned, here is how the anchor wrapped up their conversation.
and you know I'm going to ask this because I'm obsessed with the TV show Law & Order SVU. How real is the TV show to real life?
I can tell you this, the dedication you see on TV with the investigators, that's the same dedication that we have within the real Special Victims Unit. And cases are very, very similar. As heinous as you see them on TV, we are seeing the same thing in real life.
So many of them are ripped from the headlines, you know?
What are you doing?
That's not even, bullshit.
Just keep it going. Are you really as cool as you seem on TV? Do you sometimes make the car go wee-woo, even when it doesn't need to go wee-woo? It's T-Nice. I follow him on Twitter. And it's worth knowing, some survivors have spoken about what it is like seeing these detectives valorized on TV, with one saying, Law & Order SVU gave me the false impression that this squad cared deeply about victims and their jobs, and another saying, if I had $1 for every time I heard, this can't be true, Olivia Benson would never let this happen, I would have enough to cover my hospital bills and therapy for my trauma. And you should know, even the real-world inspiration for the tenacious, uncompromising Olivia Benson and the show's tough ADA Alexandra Cabot has a significant asterisk, because an early model for both characters was Linda Fairstein, the woman now infamous for prosecuting the Central Park Five, or as they're now known, the Exonerated Five. And I will say, some behind the show are keenly aware of its role in perpetuating a false narrative.
SC became a propaganda honest because of SUV. And that's honestly just a fucking shame. Boo.
In 2020, at the peak of the Black Lives Matter protests, Warren Light reflected on the role that the show plays in our discussion of policing.
So, individually, am I contributing, miscontributing to society? I don't know. Collectively, are we? Yeah. So what do you do? Can you go into the network? I have pitched and by the way, I think every writer has pitched the Innocence Project series to the network. I've made that pitch. I bet it has a better chance of going now. Within the Dick Wolf Law & Order universe, it won't be likely that they're going to do a show that reveals, that bases itself on cops behaving illegal. That's not part of Dick's brand.
Exactly. Even if the people working on the show...
Of course it ain't, because it would go against the best interests of the fucking law enforcement and the propaganda that's spewed every fucking day.
And the show...
Is even disavowed anti-cop music in its early days. Gross.
Really good intentions about correcting the record, there is only so much they can do. Law & Order is never going to grapple with the reality of police.
Man, it's like IC really did become a fucking cuck for law enforcement, did he?
In a meaningful way, for the same reasons that Daniel Tiger won't do it. It's never going to happen, and honestly, you'd be pretty weirded out if it ever did. Because fundamentally, the person who's responsible for Law & Order and its brand is Dick Wolf. And he knows exactly what he wants his shows to do, and importantly, not to do. Here he is, invoking one of the most notorious cases of police abuse in New York City, Abner Louima, who was beaten by NYPD officers and sodomized in 1997.
We're not there to do Abner Louima. That's a terrible thing that happened, but that represents one or two bad apples in a police force of 35,000 people.
Literally, no, it fucking doesn't. That's the fucking... No, it doesn't. That's the fucking norm of what police departments do everywhere in this fucking country, you propaganda fucking pig cock-sucking fucking little whore for the police. Worthless little fucking parasite. Jesus Christ.
I think the show over the last... all three shows are probably the best recruiting posters that you could have for being a New York City cop.
Right, because a recruiting poster is always going to be a propagandized, hero-washed version of the truth. A truth which is more often than not very ugly. And for the 300th time, I know Law & Order is just a TV show. I know it's meant to be entertainment. And honestly, I'm not even telling you not to watch it. It's completely fine to enjoy it. And it's completely understandable to want Olivia Benson to exist. But it is important to remember just how far it is from representing anything resembling reality. As one critic of Law & Order has put it, if a medical show was giving us inaccurate information, we would say it's dangerous. Which is true, because think about it. You know Grey's Anatomy doesn't depict what happens inside an actual hospital. Those doctors are ridiculously hot. None of them are nearly tired enough, and it needs about 5,000% more discussion of insurance. But if those medical professionals were routinely claiming that vaccines cause autism and herbal remedies cure cancer, we'd probably be having a conversation about it. Because
Yeah,
that's
we would.
essentially
Yeah.
what law and
No
order
shit.
is doing. It's presenting a world where the cops can always figure out who did it, defense attorneys are irritating obstacles to be overcome, and even if a cop roughs up a suspect, it's all in pursuit of a just outcome, and it blasts that fantasy at you in endless reruns and marathons in the guise of very well-produced, extremely entertaining TV. But
Yep.
underneath it all, it is a commercial. And a commercial produced by a man who is, in his own words, unabashedly pro-law enforcement. And he is very good at selling things. And in this instance, he's selling a complete fantasy that many people in this country are only too happy to buy, which is fine, as long as we don't lose sight of the fact that it's
I honestly kind of disagree with that point. No, it's not. Because it just continues to enable and exacerbate the same fucking problems that comes with police anyway. And when it comes to these fucking racist, fascist, Blue Lives Matter fucking weirdo fucking psychos that have like their little Blue Lives Matter punishers, on their fucking, trucks and shit. Like, just allowing cops to basically, just rough up black people and shit. Like, frankly, no, I think it ain't. It ain't fine. Like, the fact that this shit, is just kind of allowed to just be propagandized, on entertainment, no. And it really, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, ain't fucking fine. It really should be called out. It's not like it shouldn't be, like, allowed on TV or whatever the fuck. But, like, it should be called for what the fuck it is. Like, because of, like Oliver was saying, it's like if Grey's Anatomy was, doing the same shit, with, like, Dr. Oz level, like, herbal remedies and, like, how vaccines don't work and cause autism and all this other fucking, garbage filth, yeah, we would be saying something about it. So why is it different for this shit? No, fuck that. Like, it ain't no different. It's exactly the same fucking shit, and it should be, called out for what the fuck it is. It's like, yeah, enjoy it if you want, but just recognize for what the fuck it is and understand what it is. And enjoying it boosts its ratings and allows a lot of that fucking funding and a lot of that ratings to boost their fucking cops and boost their fucking oppression. It's just honestly, fundamentally, at the end of the day, just recognize what it is and know that it is an enablation of it. Like, fuck this propaganda garbage shit. It's like, this type of fucking entertainment and media should just be accepted. Nope. Fuck that.
If I may quote one last time from the Library of Alexandria that is Ice-T's Twitter account. You gotta know who the F you're dealing with could be the cops. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching, and given tonight's story, there is really only one way to end this, and it's like this.
They have it in it's Joel Over thing, but it's just in the Law and Order thing. I love it. But I guess honestly the only thing I disagree with him is just that last point. It's like the idea that shows like Law and Order, like it's fine to like it, but it's like no. Like, because if it would be fine to like Grey's Anatomy if they were pushing like weird like pseudoscience garbage and shit, it's like then why is it for this? Like, no. Like, no. Like, that's something that I would, definitely, disagree with on that fucking front. Because, like, no, it shouldn't be accepted. Like, its rates should plummet, and Dick Wolf, should honestly be fucking challenged when it comes to this fucking propagandizing garbage. Fuck that.
Dick Wolf.
Producer of Law and Order.
Oh,
like a total propaganda fucking shitbag whore.
Like, it's meh. I'm surprised it's gone on as long as it has. It's like, damn. Do people even still watch that show?
Yes.
It's still a thing? Oh god.
Unfortunately so.
Like, the show itself, not that bad. Like, the only people that actually watch that show, I feel like, are like...
Wine moms and fucking cop bootlickers.
I was gonna say old people, but okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. What's the difference? Well, if there was a reality show that followed tweakers around daily, I feel like that'd be more entertaining, honestly. I'd watch that.
There's no way you can film that.
Depending.
Well, then again, let's listen about fucking moonshiners, street outlaws, and all that good crap.
Here, I gotta take a piss real quick, but I'll be right back.
Right.
Fuck you, Ice-T, for denouncing this song.
What's the left from left?
Killer, better you than me. Put it on a streaming site instead of TV, bam. That would work. I mean, I guess it would kind of depend. Depends on the streaming site. I feel like it was an 18 and over, then it'd probably work. So if there was like some titty or dick slip or some booty slip or something like that, amongst other things, then I mean it could be at least allowed. You know. Oh, God. Honestly, it would get more of a realistic take on what cops are like, though, because it would just fuck them up and rough them up and tase them, pepper spray them, shoot them. I mean, it's like, honestly, we would get a more realistic depiction of cops. Honestly, I think the reason why Live PD was taken out is because it was actually showing a little bit too much of police brutality, because it was like painting too much of a real light of what the fuck they were. Which, good. Honestly, that's kind of the reason why I kind of like Live PD, because it's like, hey, it actually shows legitimate police brutality that's actually live and going on, because these fucking hogs don't know better. And I wonder why people every now and then end up being the occasional killer. I guess the fucking Ice-T is no longer about Rodney King or Daryl Gates or anything like that anymore. It's about the cops that did it to them. Because I denounce this music now. Ice-T, fucking bitch. He's a literal fucking bitch, little cuck. I say it to his face, like, you fucking cop, hog, sucking little bitch, cuck, fucking pussy. It's like, if I got smacked, I'd say that's a compliment. You forgot the other cheek, fucker. I'd take the Jesus method of that one. It's like, you missed the other cheek, bitch. Ice-T is wealthy enough to his shield from Billy's brutality. That's why I call him a fucking bitch, because he's a wealthy, out-of-touch, little fucking cop-loving, little hawk-sucking bitch that, you know, decided to get wealthy and forget what it was like, you know, when it comes to shit like this. He got detached and fucking became out of touch like the rest of them. Because he made his, so fuck you, I got mine. So fuck that little bitch. Love the music that he denounces, but everything beyond that, fuck him. Fucking little coward. Anyway, there. I did do a hook about furries, right? Here's the thing about the furries.
Furries to you, what's one of the first things you think of? If you think...
People that dress up in fursuits and draw anthropomorphic art. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Then we're on the same wavelength. Hello lovely people, my name is Emma, welcome back to my channel. I still have COVID, that is currently my catchphrase. I heard clowns are coming back into popularity, so I'm trying to cash in on that. I'm feeling silly and fatigued and snotty, so we're going to look at a silly article today that I thought would be a fun one to share with you. It made me, well, you'll see. It made me feel some things when I read it. Yeah, look. Jasper would like you to know that we have made a TikTok. Is that right? Am I saying that
Oh
right?
god, why? Why'd you do that? I don't know, this is the first time I've seen this person, well, I guess second time technically, but...
The TikTok. Jasper's into it.
She seems like quite a character, so
TikTok,
I subscribed to her after this just because I want to check out more of her shit, but...
So I thought the only way to get around
She has, like,
for
puppets,
Jasper to take control.
a very colorful hoodie of, like, ridiculous, absurd colors. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on in the background a little bit. I mean, she's quite a character. I mean, I can already tell.
Very creatively called Emma and Jasper. So you can follow us over there if you want really, really stupid content.
Well, that's just TikToks and oh god. That's just some of it. Wow, gotta love TikTok though. That TikTok though, yes.
Is there anything else? So I found this out via a Hemet Meta article.
Furries.
This is the original article that he linked to. I'll leave both of those in the description for you so you can take a look. Essentially, this is a story about a Christian group infiltrating one of the most LGBTQ+ friendly and dominated communities in the world.
I mean, and when she says like furries are like very LGBTQ friendly and like dominating in that, it's dominating in the friendliness in that, like aggressively friendly, which I think honestly at the end of the day I really do think is a good thing. But I watch a lot of Emma Thorne too. Damn, she's cute. She is kind of cute, yeah. I mean, this is the first video I saw of her, and I saw it earlier today, and because I am a furry too, I thought this is pretty fucking hilarious at the same time. You know, it's like kind of similar to some of my experience too, because I've met some of these like Christians that have infiltrated, you know, like the furry community basically as a way to like proselytize their shit, and it's just like, oh my god, it's just fucking ridiculous.
That are trying to spread their views, including their homophobic views, to the furry community. They're trying to bring God and homophobia to the furry community.
Because that's totally gonna work.
So this is Hund the Hound, or I guess Dog the Hound? Because Hund is dog, right? Dog or hound?
Yeah, basically, it's like German for dog or hound, basically, Hund.
Video titled,
yeah.
Hund the Hound meets Jesus Christ.
Hound the Hound. What a creative name. Creative name.
A man wears a plaid robe and a clunky blue dog mask. Overwhelmed by his own technology, he faints and has a vision of the Son of God.
Oh my god, no way, that actually, oh my god, he actually made a video of this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, hold up.
He faints and has a vision of the Son of God.
Oh my god, he made a skit out of this. No. Oh man. Oh, I didn't realize how deep it went. Oh my god. I mean, I've unironically have even seen Confederate furries in real life, because unironically those are a thing. I don't know why, but they are. I haven't seen them, but I know Nazi furries are a thing. But this is like, I don't even know. Like, this is somehow another level. Because I could still kind of, like I was saying earlier, like, I could kind of see why, like, a neo-Confederate or a neo-Nazi might be a furry, because they're, like, while decrying degeneracy and, like, the LGBT and blah, 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 and all that shit, like, what they think is, like, you know, destroying Western civilization, they're literally pretty much, like, most of them are all into that anyway. Like, are heavily oppressed of a lot of that shit. So, it's like, it doesn't really behoove me to see some of them into shit like this a little bit. So, I mean, but this is just, like, another weird level, because I know there are Christian furries and, like, religious furries that are, like, you know, both, but don't give a fuck. But this is something else, and I've also met these types, and it's just like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to do this? Like, you're not going to win anyone at all with this. Like, if you want to be a Christian and a furry, have at it, Hoss. Like, there's plenty of you out there, but, like, this ain't it, chief. Like, you know, me trying to be like, oh yeah, let me try to, like, use this as an excuse to proselytize my religion, and also by proxy, like, some of my homophobic nonsense too. It's like, good luck with that. So wait, what was this about DeSantis? That DeSantis is like 10 times smarter than Trump. I could have told you that, honestly. Like, yeah, he's a far more competent version of Trump. He's claiming to be fighting corporate America while doing the bidding under the guise of cracking down on the workplace and education protections. Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, he's not like an absolute pro-capitalist. Like, he will crack down corporations that he does not like and does not think represent, you know, American, you know, traditional ideals and shit like that. So he will do that, but it is under the guise of essentially making sure that corporations just do what he wants, and he'll do what they want. Like, it says, I scratch my back, you scratch mine. Like, he's a more competent version because he is, you know, using it as a way to try to make sure that corporations do what he wants, especially on his social views, when it comes to, like, his don't say gay bill and shit like that. So, yeah, like, he's far more fucking smarter, and that's why I think he's far more of a sinister and more worrying character in comparison to Trump in 2024. But, I mean, that's just me.
Hello, furries.
Imagine imagine Jesus just being like, hello, fairies, I'm Jesus Christ. And he's like the whitest son of a bitch. Like, oh my god.
It's a channel introduction for Hund the Hound. Hund the Hound, a 33-year-old Ohioan, is a furry. He is also a Christian. For Hund and many other Christian furries, these two identities peacefully coexist. Not everyone would agree. I feel specifically invested in the furry community lately since I met a creator called Awfully Tiffin, who is an amazing crafter, and you should definitely follow online.
Democrats have something approaching a spine recently, not in Florida apparently. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say in totality either. I mean, yeah, maybe on some issues they are, but I mean, not in totality.
I don't know if it'll be out when this video comes out. It might be soon though. I did their furry game show. They do a furry game show called the Fluff Up, and they have like one guest involved that is a non-furry and like a human guest, and that was me. Where's that light coming from? Oh, the window. I've not been outside in so long, I forgot what happens due to the sun. Basically, I learned a lot about the furry community, and the main thing that I kind of came away with was that it's very, very LGBTQ+.
The more shit candidates, of course.
It's like rooted in...
You gotta make sure those corporate candidates, you know, are the majority instead of those like candidates that are at least decent.
Community. So when
At least Oregon has some pretty decent candidates. At least on more like local, state level type of shit versus like national level type of stuff, but...
that there are Christian furries worried about being persecuted for their homophobia, I was like, look, I don't subscribe to cringe culture, obviously. Look at me. I think that making fun of adults...
I don't really partake in it. I just am it.
For fun and enjoyment is sad. I think the whole trend of laughing at adult Disney fans and stuff like that is... I think that's cringe, actually. I think it's harmful and mean to mock people for doing something that brings them joy. And like I said...
True. Yeah. I mean, it's like... I think it's fine to, like, you know, maybe, like, kind of poke at it a little bit, you know? And kind of, like, have, like, a light gesturous kind of, like, dog on and stuff. I mean, I kind of did that with bronies earlier a little bit. Like, I mean, I think stuff like that's fine. Like, where it's just like, hey, you know... It's all really in jest, I mean, and, you know, but at the end of the day, no harm, no foul, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's like, I think that type of stuff is fine, but, like, when it comes to just, like, oh my god, you're having fun about stuff I don't like, and you're enjoying yourself, and I'm not, boo! It's like, that's just where it's a problem, and it's like, dude, go, it's like, fuck off. It's like, go find something that you enjoy then, you fucking weirdo.
And everyone I've ever met who's involved is so fucking nice, and they are so, like, open and considerate. I don't think there's anything cringe about that.
Oh shit.
They self-admittedly have a pun problem, okay? But that is an issue in a lot.
Dude, oh my god, furry, like, even I think furries have a pun problem. I mean, no, I don't even necessarily think, yeah, like, yeah, we just do. I mean, like, actually, like, legitimately. Like, oh my, I don't even want to, like, I feel just weird just even repeating some of them, and because I don't even want to, because it's just like, oh my god. I mean, I'm just like, oh my god. The puns are ridiculous. Like, it's like, oh, let me paw at you, or like, oh, mer, or like, you know, or shit. Ah, god. See what I mean? Oh my god, it's just so weird, dude. Like, even, I mean, it's like, even I think, like, puns within the furry community are just, like, too far. It's like, GIF is fine. Like, I mean, to have, like, a word that's, like, dedicated to, like, some Rule 34 that's more specifically a furry thing, I could see the puns and stuff around that. That's fine. But, like, holy shit, like, it doesn't need to be dialed down, like, from, like, 8,000 to at least back to 11. Like, can we at least get back down to that notch, and we can start talking there? It's like, this holy shit.
I will not hold furries solely responsible, but, that being said, there is something about very hardcore conservative Christians.
I know RAR means I love you. Dude, RAR is... Dude, that's not just an emo thing, too. That's a furry thing. And oh my god, the amount of times I've seen people be like, RAR, I said, like, to be, like, hi, I like you, I want to interact with you type of thing. I mean, it could be platonic, but, like... It's more or less, like, youth furries. Like, you know, furries that are at least, like, 18 or younger, usually. Sometimes 19. Maybe 20, but that's starting to stretch it a little bit, and at that point, it's like, oh my god, what are you doing? I mean, it's... emo furry bronies. That can exist. Yeah, it's... Venom, stop it. No. God, please, no! Or just like the GIF thing, too. Like, sometimes even that goes far. It's like, I just look it up as a way to just make sure that I can find stuff that's, like, furry related when it comes to, like, you know, noodle material, you know? Like, beyond that, I mean, it's like, come on, too far. That weird band, Gwar. The Gwar's actually not bad. I mean, they are weird, but the music they do make is actually not bad. Like, if dude, Phantom, can we just admit that you're just essentially a fucking furry now? You sent me some stuff that pretty much makes me think that you just are essentially a furry. You just need to embrace it, have a persona, Just fucking get it out of the way. You just need to do it, dude. This video's getting hella Robloxed. It's getting hella Robloxed. I mean, if I haven't been Robloxed yet, I don't think I'm going to at all. Saying.
The furry community to spread the message of God.
Brony Yip on top of it. Don't get like the... Dude, bronies also have their own fucking like weird lingo and pun problem. Clopping. That's their version of Yif in Rule 34. I'm just gonna put it that way. Oh my god. Because apparently it's a... Like the idea is that like it sounds similar to like... the clops of like the hooves, yeah, like, oh my god, see, oh my god, I don't even want to explain it, oh my god, I don't even want to explain it, the fuck, see, dude, like, I've seen some shit, I know some shit, and it's, see, this is why, like what you were saying earlier, how furries tend to be, you know, like, say, blasphemy, and how dare you, haram, when you call some furries bronies, it's because of this very reason. Doesn't look fun. I mean, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, like, the female horse doesn't look like they usually... Because, like, they don't look like they're just, like, having any of it, usually. They're just like, are you done? You're tickling me back there. What are you doing? It's like, they just are just kind of there, just kind of chilling. And then, like, you know, the male, like, they don't even last long. They're just like, and then done. Boom. Bada bing bada. It's like, man... Do they not know what taking your time is like? Do they not know how to please their woman? It's like, shame. And humans are misogynistic? Like, fucking stallions are pretty fucking misogynistic. I mean, come on. Like, they don't even know how to please their woman. Shame, dude. Like, they need to figure that shit out. They need to figure that out. But, I'm just saying. Because, you know, not every human knows. But the knowledge is out there for humans, you know, to figure that out. For the mutual, you know, pleasure and experience. So we and the, you know, woman, or the male, I guess, you know, depending on how how you roll, you know, gets the same pleasurable experience. But for the horses, it's just like, I mean, they're just like, whoop, and they're done. You know, it's like, I mean, we're just like all, you can't just like pump and dump that shit. You're like, boo. It's lame. Ain't no fun, Matt. We need to call up Jakey Boy as special guest. Yeah, like, yeah, have him explain. It's like, have him explain, like, the, like the particularities of all these things. Yeah, that's, yeah. We'll have him up one day. Just be like, yeah. See, male horse staff. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I had the caveat in a minute. You know, it's like, hey, you know, or male if that's how you roll and shit, because. You know, yeah, even, you know, that happens. Even in the natural world, including horses, lions, dogs, I mean, dolphins, other primates, birds. I mean, homosexual sex isn't just exclusive to humans. How do we get this? How do we derail into this? We went from Christian furries into this shit. How do we get here? Alright, we're getting back into the weird Christian furry shit. No more.
I'm not sure what exactly it is about it, but something makes me go, eek! I think it's that, like, it kind of almost made me think of, like, Dave Rubin and him, like, begging Ben Shapiro to come to an anniversary party of his. Or...
Hey, Ben Shapiro, can you please come to my, anniversary party for my gay wedding?
Dave Rubin, I do not want to do that because I don't want to be affiliated with that weird groomer nonsense. How dare you? How dare you even invite me to that? I don't care about your feelings, because I only care about the facts, Dave Rubin. Why do you want your feelings? Oh, I'm sorry there, Ben. It's just no. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay? Facts do not care about your feelings.
Dave Rubin adopted a child, and all of his extreme conservative right-wing friends suddenly were speaking against him, and they were against him raising this child, and how confusing it was for him. And it's like...
And he still defended those fucking weirdos too, by the way. At least for Rave Dubin. Like, he was just like, oh, you know, it's just like disagreements, you know, it's like they just happen to disagree with that. That's okay. That's just the free market of ideas, you know. It's like sometimes I just don't understand why they have to be so, you know, just judgmental, but I understand how they feel. It's like, oh my god.
In the middle of a group.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it, Dave Rubin don't deserve the fucking children he's adopting. He just straight up fucking don't at all.
He despises this thing about...
I mean, like, cause honestly, think about the fucking abuse that they're gonna go through and shit. Not necessarily with, like, him and his, like, you know, and their parents, or, like, whatever, you know, with Dave and his husband, but, like, for all the shit that, like, the background radiation that they're gonna, like, absorb, you know, throughout their fucking life as they're growing up and shit. Like, oh my god. Like, ugh.
That. And you're expecting the whole group to change around you. I just get that kind of vibe from this. Except in this case, it's sort of the opposite. So they're trying to bring homophobia to a really queer-friendly group. And they're like, I can't believe I'm being persecuted for my homophobic. Like, fucking... make your own homophobic furry community. Don't try and bring down the rest of them. So this article makes a point of talking about when the furry movement sort of evolved, grew up in the 1970s as part of the underground comic book world. Lots of people who are in this community, they make fursonas of themselves. This is what I like to imagine mine would be like, by the way, if I was a furry. I would be like a little blue fluffy pastel ducky.
A fluffy boo duck.
Anyway.
Well, they are a thing in the furry world, so you can easily be that. There's nothing stopping you from being that.
Also, they make costumes, and the costumes they can make are really, really incredible. Just some amazing, like, works of engineering.
I want one.
And so Hunderhound is obviously a dog. He has this dog persona, and his whole channel is about combining being a furry with love of Jesus. It's fine. No, there's nothing wrong with either of those things. It's just funny. I'm sorry. It tickles me. It tickles me because it's such a secular, queer-friendly group, but there's something so disjointed about that as a concept. Pedo, I bet you didn't know about this. There was a group called Fur Science, which is a group of interdisciplinary. Oh my god, I'm so sick. Interdisciplinary professors who have researched anthropomorphic identities from more than 40,000 furries. So most furries do not consider themselves to be religious, according to data from Fur Science. 1/3.
I think every year it's like an open poll, so like any furry can do it if they wanted to. So I mean, and I've actually partaken in that before a few times, and it's actually pretty fun, honestly. I mean, it's just basic info. It's like, hey, are you this, or are you that, or are you into this, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just kind of some basic, you know, stuff like that. But it's pretty fun. I remember doing it at least a couple years in a row. I haven't done it in a few years, though, but, I mean, it's kind of a cool little way for, like, you know, if people kind of want to see how, like, you know, the furry community in itself is kind of, like, demographic-wise. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see, you know, what it is. Because also, we'll delve into some politics, like, hey, where do you generally kind of fall politically, and blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, it's usually, like, kind of, like, liberal, progressive, and kind of hodgepodge, lefty a little bit, some conservatives and stuff like that. But, I mean, when it comes to, like, far-right and stuff like that, it's kind of fringe. Like, you know, curious, just kind of in the real world. Probably, you know, for the most part, you know, so it's just like, I mean, like, in a lot of ways, like, the furry community is kind of a more broader representation of kind of like a more liberalized, progressive, you know, element, you know, of a demographic in a sense that just happens to be furries. And honestly, you know, there's a lot of, you know, normie type of people that are kind of like casually into furries anyway, so, I mean, that also would, I would say, kind of apply to them too. I mean, because there are people that maybe aren't necessarily into the fursuit stuff, but love the art and, you know, shit like that. And kind of like a lot of the furry style and anthropomorphic kind of style artwork that happens to be around. Because this is how I got into it at first, was for that. So, I mean, you know, some people don't really necessarily go, you know, farther than that, you know, for the most part.
Is either atheistic or agnostic. 3/4 disagree with the statement, I am religious. So most of them not religious, lots of them not theistic at all. Furry community has long had associations with sexual...
I'll be honestly kind of curious how many of them are anti-theistic.
Content and gay culture. Let's be honest, if I say furries to you, what's one of the first things you think of? If you think explicit gay art, then we're on the same wavelength.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of very explicitly gay as fuck art, you know, when it comes to furry art. But it's not necessarily, you know, all of it. Honestly, when I first got into furries, it definitely wasn't for the more LGBT element of it. It was more of like the heteronormative side of it first. But that's also kind of where I first started exploring my more you know, bisexuality and more my, you know, queer side essentially at that point, and started opening up from it because of how prevalent it really legitimately was. Like, because it, you know, deadass was very prevalent, you know, within the within the furry community overall. I mean, and I think honestly that's a good thing. I mean, to have such acceptance of that, you know, kind of allows, you know, people, especially of such an open community of, you know, of identity expression, especially of something as, you know, like being an anthropomorphic character. I mean, it definitely opens the door more towards exploring your own sexuality with that, because it kind of adds on to what your character could, you know, could be potentially, you know, when it comes to that, which, you know, also shows like what your own sexuality really truly is at the end of the day.
It's a part of the
Which I think also, like, that's why there is such a sexual element to furries too, is because that's, you know, because for a lot of people, that's how they do explore their sexuality and realize what their sexuality is, you know, and, you know, like, because that's how it was for me in a lot of ways. I mean, and obviously it's just like, you know, adults having fun and enjoying themselves, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. But I mean, you know, for some, you know, when it comes especially of like how they explore themselves in a more sexual manner, you know, like certain things are just going to stick around, you know, and for furries, that tends to be what it is. And hey, just gonna say, some of the Rule 34 is fucking awesome. So,
and that is deeply
I'm okay with that.
You can't separate the gay history from the...
I don't really know what my sexuality is. Well, it's just because I think you just been in an area where it's, you know, like, where you have to, like, suppress a lot of it. I mean, where I'm at, you know, being in Oregon and PNW, and being also in an environment, you know, in the real world that's also more queer-friendly, also kind of helps, you know, explore a lot of these things. But, I mean, you know, if I was in Alabama, probably not as much. You know, so... you know, it would just kind of depend on the variables of that, I would say. You know, when it comes to just like where you are environment-wise and, you know, exposure to different things, you know, when it comes to that. But, like, when having an area where you're more able to have, like, acceptance into the things, you know, that you want to explore, especially about your own self and your own identity, it, you know, makes it that much easier to kind of figure out what, you know, your own identity is, including on a sexual level.
First science researcher Courtney Plant said, given that most furries are LGBTQ+, this may preclude many from being religious, especially if the religion is at odds with LGBTQ+ people. Being a furry emboldens Hun's faith. His fellow furries, he said, pulled him from the depths of suicidal thoughts and gave him a support system. See, that's what I mean about the furry community being, like, just very, very accepting and kind and welcoming. Baller. God placed Hund in the community, he said. He knew
definitely bi-curious. I mean, just because you haven't experienced any, like, actual homosexual sex and shit, doesn't necessarily mean you aren't bisexual or anything like that. I'd say you are just because of, well, your behavior with me, for one. And for two, with, you know, like, some of the, you know, just, I mean, really just at that, like, your behavior with, you know, things. Like, I dropped this on my laptop and not a drop spilled. Holy shit. But, I mean, because, like, it's not necessarily just curiosity at that point. It's, like, a knowing, like, yeah, I'm into this, but you just don't have that outlet to experience that or explore that. I mean, because, I mean, for a while, you know, for myself, I knew I was bi, but never really had, like, an actual outlet to explore these things for a minute, you know, before I did, you know. So it's just like, I mean, like, you know, like Paul Siegel from Ideology, too, is another example. Like, he's somebody that, you know, is bisexual, but never had any, like, you know, more homoerotic type of experiences in his life at all. You know, when it comes, you know, to his sexuality, but he knows he is. So, what happens if the furry gods reject a YIF? I don't think the furry gods are capable of rejecting a YIF.
Like a blue dog would get me out of my depression, grow my social skills, and make me the person I am today. So it wasn't actually his decision? It wasn't his decision that God made him dress up as a blue dog? Because God knew that would cure his depression?
So I guess God pointed this guy to furries, and it's like, yep, God cured my depression and my anxiety and my social skills because he enlightened me to furries. Like, no, I think you discovering furries is what helped you do that. Like, I don't think God had anything to do with that, though. Like, oh my god, these fucking weird religious fucking freaks, man.
Damn. Why did God let him get depression in the first place? I understand the furry side of this way more than I understand the religious side.
No shit.
Christians in the furry community are cautious about who knows about both their furry and faithful selves. Christian furries interviewed for this story, including leaders of the group that calls itself the Christian Furry Fellowship, asked to be anonymous. My furry friendships are a blessing, said one organizer with a red fox persona who asked to be called F. For that reason, I am sad to see so much grief within the fandom that could be helped by the knowledge of the Lord. Isn't that the most condescending shit?
Yes. It's like, the furry fandom could use such enlightenment if they had the knowledge of God under their belt.
I've only had my religion to be so much happier and better. No wonder they wanted to be anonymous. CFF was formed in the late 1990s on internet chat forums. They mostly meet on Discord and Telegram for Bible study and fellowship. One CFF leader, a data engineer who asked to be called S, said both fursuits and being behind a screen can promote anti-religious talk. When you're behind two layers of anonymity like furries are, you're more inclined to express your true thoughts. True. People are more likely to be dicks the more anonymous they feel they are. Hence the YouTube comment section. CFF, for its part, does not...
Oh, I do have someone that could hook up with. I just don't want to because there was scope things with vibe. You know, personally, I'm really not attracted to him in ways I am others. I think I'm paying it on some level. Yeah. I mean, that could probably be it, too.
...related to sex for its casual members. Like many conservative Christians, its members believe that engaging in same-sex sexual relationships is wrong. Having homosexual feelings alone is not. It's one of...
It's like, hey, I know you're kind of a queer, but, like, you know, don't partake in those actions, and you'll be okay. You just have to repress your emotions, and we can express ours all hunky-dory. It's like, what condescending, smug, grotesque fucking filth. It's like, this shit's honestly disgusting. It's like, and I honestly think it's more sinister than just a blatant, like, fuck you, you goddamn groomer queer, I'll fucking live it. Like, I think, honestly, like, it's more offensive than that type of shit. Because it's on this veneer of like, oh, I still like you and I still care about you, but you're gonna burn in hell because you're a queer and blah 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 and all this other fucking shit. It's like this fucking, it's the whole compassionate conservatism mentality. Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be compassionate and nice and, you know, and shit like that to your face, but behind your back I'm gonna gossip and fucking shit talk you every fucking way till Sunday.
Sinner hate the sin kind of situations where it's like,
yep.
Oh, you're allowed to be gay. You're just not allowed to ever be with anyone. You're not allowed to have the same experiences as other...
It's my brother, so every time I deal with him, I'm thirsting after me. It's my brother, so I gotta deal with him thirsting after me every time I re-up. Oh, so he's also into you too. Yeah, that would probably hella fuck things up with your wife if you spark that up. No pun intended.
Oh, we don't hate gay people. We just don't want you to ever have a loving relationship. It's a very thinly veiled kind of hate that I almost feel is worse and more insidious than outright hatred. And having been a teenager and have a friend say, yes, I do believe you're going to hell, but I can still be nice to you and be your friend, it hurts just as fucking much. Furries who disagree with this stance can still join as long as they abide by the group's rules. I don't understand why you would want to. If you're
fuck their weird ass rules.
a Christian furry who is not homophobic, why would you want to join a group that has homophobic rules? I guess it's a very specific kind of community.
No, both of them since they were kids, so no, yeah, that would be awkward.
You're probably not going to find a specifically furry Christian community in many other places. I just wouldn't. Something like that is so fundamental to my moral code.
Like, legit remember going to kindergarten with these people. Damn. You know, there's actually like a close friend that I have that's from kindergarten that I know. There's a chick that, let's see, that I remember that would like visit every now and then at my workplace and shit. And I mean, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, there's honestly been like every now and then, you know, been like, you know, like the idea of like, hey, you know, why don't we, like, you know, try going out and shit. Because there's been a couple times in high school where I've, you know, tried that and shit. And also, I don't know, like, I don't know if there's like a sense of awkwardness, you know, at least in my mind about shit like that, or like what, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, something like that wouldn't necessarily work out, especially if you know someone like that for so long.
Ever being okay with being involved in any group that has homophobia
I mean, I guess
as
maybe
one of its like main stances. I just don't get that. So Hund, the blue dog who was led to being a blue dog by God, actually has really nice things to say. Hund said Christian furries need to understand why the LGBT furry community doesn't like Christianity. It's been centuries of hate and hurt, Hund said. Thank you.
Yeah, that you continue to perpetrate their Hund.
For being, this is the best thing I think a Christian can do and say while advocating for their faith, is to acknowledge
at least be honest.
The history of Christianity as oppressive and a tool for hate. I really like that. Big respect for that, my blue dog. My blue dude. I have my relationship with
My
God,
blue
but that's
dude.
between me and God. When others think of a relationship with God, they think of persecution from that church. That's not God.
Because, no, that is. Because it's the same fucking people that proselytize the same God that you worship there, bucko. Like, you can't just cherry pick it and be like, oh, no true Scotsman of this one. Like, no, it's the same shit. No, fuck off. No, that's, you can't eat your cake and, it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too and shit, bitch. Like,
People doing a bad job. Here's where I disagree with you, friend, because I have a Bible right there. I could open my Bible
Same
to
here.
one of so many parts where it is God himself committing the acts of hate. And
Christian fascist furry exists. Yep.
to me, and I presume the majority of the secular furry community then, you can't separate those things. It's very lazy, in my opinion, to go, oh, the good parts, like leading me to join this community and let go of my depression, that's all God. The bad parts, that's all just people. That is a very lazy way of cherry-picking your faith. But at least it's not hateful. Here's some of Hemameta's thoughts on the article, which I thought was also very good. It sort of resonated with how I feel about this. I'm having a
Kento is talking about she or he or they are hot. I'm pretty sure she.
hard time feeling sympathy for
Semathorn.
Christians who may be furries, but who also have an additional goal of spreading their beliefs in a community that already has to avoid the wrath of Christians in
And she is cute.
every other aspect of their lives. Yes, so many people in this community come to it as a place that is accepting of LGBTQ plus people, and that's
And I know boys like cute and girls like cute, so I can't tell. And honestly, no, I feel the same way. It's kind of like that androgynous cuteness. It's like cute androgyny, and it's adorable. And I like it too. I kind of like it when there's kind of more of a androgynous, you know, vibe with somebody, in my opinion, because it's kind of like a more of a, I don't know, kind of like, I don't know, like, I guess more of like a balance of the two in a way, for lack of better words, I guess.
like that community so much, and I have so
Of
much
the two
respect for it
binary or whatever the fuck, I
because
don't know.
it is, for the most part, everything I've seen outside of this Christian furry thing that I've just heard about, it is very much a safe space, right? It's a space where you can be yourself and not be afraid of that, where you can have honest discussions, where you have that air of anonymity, but you also have just a kindness and openness. And it's like a lot of people in that community, including a lot of young people, are going there to get away from that hate in their lives that might be fueled a lot of the time by...
I mean, honestly, it was kind of part of the reason why I went into furry communities, because to kind of try to have an outlet from a lot of the religious persecution that my mom kind of did. No, nowhere near to the same extent as like some of these, you know, hardcore Christian fascist types, but still, nonetheless.
So to have that like safe space, that escape, be taken over by people trying to spread Christianity, if I was in that community, I'd be really fucking frustrated by that. I would find that really, just like, get your own community, you know? This is our safe space, fuck off. That's kind of how I would feel about it. The type of people who often adopt personas, this is basically what I've just said, but obviously more eloquent from pen and meta, who adopt personas and identify as LGBTQ have to deal with legal, personal and moral attacks from Christians who wield incredible power. Yet these conservative Christian furries, who have the kind of privilege the rest of us can only dream of, want to come into this community in order to evangelize. And they have the audacity to whine about how hard things are for them. That is exactly the problem I have with this article. I really appreciate Hund acknowledging that and saying it.
Unless my grandmother died, we stopped going to church. I think my mom's closet atheist. Maybe. Could be agnostic.
And why so much of the furry community has a problem with Christianity and with God because of centuries of hurt and hate. I really, really appreciate that. But they're still in there promoting it and trying to share God to this community that just frankly doesn't want it. Oh, this is something else I was thinking of as well, but I couldn't think of what they were called. In a way, these Christians are like the log cabin Republicans who are fully convinced they're liberalizing the Republican Party on the issue of LGBTQ rights, only to realize, long after everyone else, that they're a joke to the very people they've been trying to change. Yes, those are basically the gay, queer Republicans that have been trying to change the party. And it's a bit like the Dave Rubin thing I was talking about earlier. I'm sort of like, I can't believe so much of this party we support are just so homophobic and awful. And it's like, yeah. And then this is a very
no shit.
I think,
yeah, because they're full fucking religious extremists and fucking far right huckaboo freakabos that just want to essentially indoctrinate people into this like queer hating, fucking women hating, freedom hating type of fucking ideology that is just indoctrinatory to our far right, you know, type of theocratic fundamentalist idea. And that's what it's all about. And honestly, people like Hund, you know, that she's talking about, it just enabled that type of shit. Especially with the whole condescending, like, love to sin or hate to sin, compassionate conservatism garbage.
Be more accepting of Christianity, the Christians should spend their time
which
making
enables the
evangelical
extremists
churches more inclusive on matters of sexual orientation and gender identity. Yes, the way to change the furry fandom to make it more accepting of religion is to make religion not a source of hate and suffering for those people in the first place. Right? If people
kind of hard to do that if it's fundamentally backed by that type of shit, though. You have to make a whole new religion from it. Like, you have to make a whole new religion from Christianity. And not be the Bible, basically. So, just a totally new religion. Which good luck selling Christians on that.
Various other communities, then that wouldn't be an issue in the first place and you would be accepted. So work on it that way around. Stop trying to infiltrate groups for marginalised people and then change them into something that it's never going to happen. The furry community is never going to be like, okay, we're fine with homophobes now. It's just
definitely not.
Happen. There you go. That was
I'd smack them around if I had the chance.
Use this
frankly.
Evangelical Christian furries are worried that they will be persecuted for their faith because they have joined.
Yeah, because it's the same persecution complex that, you know, the rest of these fucking evangelical far-right Christians have. And it's like, cry me a fucking river, you sad little pussies. Like, I'm supposed to take any of these motherfuckers seriously?
Like, I mean, when they cry, like, oh, you know, it's like, I'm being persecuted because I'm religious and Christian. It's like, cry. Cry more. Seethe. Cope. It's like, what? I'm supposed to care because, oh, we're furries and shit now? We're, like, one the same, and you just happen to find it with the enlightenment of God. Like, give me a break. Oh, my God. Like, I found it to enlighten myself away from your fucking freaky-ass God. So if your God's, you know, telling you to come here, then honestly, you're the one that's distorted it. Pretty sure it's, you know, there to get you away from it, but you're twisting it around because you're in fucking denial. But that ain't my problem. So quit making that, you know, the furries problems and shit, and proselytize the garbage. But I mean, not just the furries, but just the people in general. It's like these, because a lot of these far right, you know, Christian evangelical freakazoids, or like the centralist fence riding motherfuckers like him, Hund or whatever the fuck his name was and shit, that enabled this type of shit, is, you know, fundamentally the problem, you know, to a lot of reasons why this why this type of stuff is going on. When it comes to like the oppression and the actual legitimate persecution against queer people, or like women, or just anything that has to do with actual legitimate, like, you know, freedom or social rights. Hi, boo-boo. What are you looking at me for? That's meats. We have the meats. Come on, boo-boo. E. The beats. Up. Attaboy. Come here. Up. That a boy, boy, boy. Hey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Well, hey. Oh. Ah. Well, what the fuck was that? Whoa. What'd you do? Damn, dog. Come here. Up. What? You silly boy. You silly baby. Oh, look at you. You know what I think he wants, though? Is some salami. Guess I got salami up in this bitch. You go fucking nuts for salami, bro. You go nuts over this shit. Oh, yeah, you just don't just feed him ham like that. Oh, you're the one that tells me to spoil him all the time. Paw. A paw. That's not a. That's a tap. Oh, that's not a paw. You baby, come here. Paw. That a boy. There you go. You silly goof. Come here. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you love this shit, don't you? Oh my god, look at you. Look at you. Hey, oh, patience, boy. Patience. Patience. Get back up here. You impatient little hog, you, dude. Paw. It's not a paw. Up here. Come back up. Paw. That a boy. Ooh. Not that feel good. You know, do you want any specific sauce? I don't.
I'm not too sure which ones I don't know, like, or don't have or not. Get it. Get it. Ah! Oh, you lucky fuck. Oh, you lucky fuck you. Oh my god. Oh. Man, we had a little bit, we're having a little too many close calls. Too many close calls tonight, oh my god. Here. Take this gigantic fucking honk. It'd be gone. Yeah. Hearts of Iron for like, see. I don't. Well, if there's a new one, I'm pretty sure I don't got it. There's like a naval invasion, but it's literally going all around Africa into Morocco, even though it starts in fucking Spain. It starts in Cartagena, and the invasion's at Casablanca, and it's just like, bruh. Like, there's such a short trip you could be taking, but it literally is going around the entire fucking continent instead. Oh, well, the Ottoman Empire and Russian Empire's at war. Well, I can see where this is gonna end. It's gonna end really quickly. I don't see Ottoman Empire surviving that at all. Bitch be murked. I saw the intent in Third International. Like, would Third International go after the Moscow? Or Russia? I mean, I would, but... I mean... Brazil, capitulate already, you fucking bastards. I'm a... Man, they just, like, boo. They're taking, like, their capital, like... Well, capital twice. I mean, they had their initial one, and then... took Rio, Sao Paulo, and then Rio, and now it's like, what the fuck is it now? What is this? Fortaleza. It's not even an actual town. It doesn't even show up. I think it'd be like San Luis de Marajado or Belim or something like that, but nope. Why is, like, the Amazon River taking fucking forever to, like, snag? Like, oh my god. Imagine battlefields on, like, the Amazon River. Containing, like, syndicalists and fucking, like, Brazilian fascist fucking imperialist fucks. Oh my... It literally, like, on the riverbeds of the Amazon, because that's, like, the only tiles you can traverse through anyway. It must be, like, some weird-ass trench warfare shit. I wouldn't even imagine. Oh my god, like, guerrilla warfare galore. That's what I think. Or something. Well, do your mom, baby boy. Oh, come on here, you sweet baby thing. Nice, so blah, so blah. This is us. It's good baby, it's sweet. It's good baby. Who's this sweet boy? Mwah. Oh, he's just a sweet boy. Just going way back kindergarten with a weed dealer. Also picture me and a weed dealer in 2022. Well, picture being in an illegal state where you can't get marijuana legally. That's where the weed dealers come into play, sadly. Oh, just a small. Oh. Drone warfare probably favors infantry and light vehicles. I mean, that's what I have. Light tanks, motorized infantry, just regular infantry. That's pretty much it. Oh, this is so it's weird. It's so weird. Oh. 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 Who's the big? Who's the big boy? Who's the big boy? Happy annual reminder that Bush is a war criminal day. Yeah, I didn't know it was 9/11. Yeah. Actually, a fucking Demon Mama had a pretty based ass fucking tweet about it. Actually, she did a live stream I was listening to earlier where she was doing like a apology about it. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe she timestamped it. Yay, she did! It's timestamped. Fuck yes. CD Mama. There she is.
Lovely imps, that's right, we are a little bit early today. I hope you are doing wonderfully. Damn.
No, we're not. We're late as fuck. Anyway. Here. Cozy Hour, emos, DJ Mule, tweets. This should probably be the start of it.
Anything else? Have you guys checked out the, have you all checked out the new emotes? We have 3 new emotes.
Emotes. You know, here we'll just pop here because it just kind of skips right to the gist.
Okay, because I wanted to show you my tweets. First, I'll show you what I did wrong, and then shortly afterwards, I will show you what I did correct because I fixed my mistakes. Okay, don't worry. I'm issuing a pretty major apology, Cotton D-Pad. Okay, so first I'm gonna read what I did wrong. I'm gonna acknowledge my sins against the flag. Then
the sins against the flag.
Time reading off criticisms of me from people who were very offended. Okay, and I have a special soundtrack. I have everything. We're going to be very, very respectful to the flag. Very, very respectful to the 9/11 grifter community. We're going to be the 9/11 fandom. We will be respectful to them.
Yes.
We will be respectful to the 99-cent per American flag pancake special at Denny's. We're going to be extremely respectful to the countless charities that collect money on behalf of veterans and survivors that, you know, they never see a dollar of that. We're going to be very, very respectful because the problem for me was that the thing that I didn't realize was I didn't realize how many people were still trying to like grift off of 9/11. I didn't realize how many people were like fake offended about 9/11, a tragedy that happened before most people who were mad at me were even born. Yeah, so let's just start at the core. You know, let's
We're barely
start with
alive.
where I went wrong. Okay, here we go. And this is a true story, everybody. I remember 9/11 like it was yesterday. On the PC, jacking it to adult DVD rips from LimeWire, feeling frisky, checking out Clown Creams 2 when the news blared out. Spinning my chair in shock, I couldn't stop. I came to the second plane hitting the tower. Now, I'll never forget. Okay?
I love it.
As you can see, this is where I went wrong. I truly messed up. I made a mistake, okay? I am very sorry. I apologize to the brave patriots. I apologize to the brave people who remember that 9/11 was a thing that happened, who I may have offended. I apologize for triggering those who may have watched 9/11 happen on the news and might still be traumatized 21 years later. I apologize to people who are still making and selling fake gold commemorative 9/11 coins. I apologize to all of the small business owners who are inevitably going to rake in lots of money off of their 9/11 memorial specials today. I want to apologize to the retirement homes that charge extra money on 9/11 because it's technically a remembrance holiday, so they could charge their old patients extra money and they'll never even know because they have Alzheimer's, so who cares, right? I want to apologize to all of the people who are going to get in accidents doing DUIs tonight, of course, in honor of 9/11.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I got everybody, right? Oh, sorry, and I especially want to apologize to the arms manufacturers who were able to use 9/11 to create one of the most, horrific and bloody one-sided conflicts on a country that didn't do anything to us at all based on fabricated information. I really want to apologize to those guys, okay? So, I just wanted to make sure I was covering all the bases, okay? So,
got him.
That's the first part, okay? The second part is my apology, okay? Because I did make an official apology, and I just want you all to understand. I'm going to read this to you now, very humbly, okay? I need to make an apology. Earlier today, I tweeted an off-color joke about 9/11 that offended many rememberers of the tragedy. I know that I need to make things right. So, tonight, I'm going to be announcing a very special promotion.
Nice.
On subscriptions to my website, and I am dedicating these in honor of the 9/11 extended universe and the 9/11 extended community. So, for every 9 subscriptions that I get tonight, I will give away 2 free gifted subs to white names in chat so that we round it out to 11. So from 9 to 11. And I just want you to remember, never forget. Never ever
spaghetti.
Forget, okay?
Never spaghetti.
As a part of my apology to make things up, to make things up for a, well, okay, I mean, now we're starting to catch up, so I'm going to have to count these up, but thank you very much for the gifted sub there. I deeply appreciate your support of the 9/11 community.
True.
Of which I belong. I am a member of the extended 9/11 community now that I have been so negatively and traumatically affected by 9/11. I mean, most people do
7-Eleven never forget. 7-Eleven never forgetty, dude.
I'll do it in a second. But before we do
Brazil capitulated.
I want us to have a moment of remembrance, okay? Like a proper moment of remembrance, because most of this has been me just apologizing, but I don't want to dwell on the past. On my past. I want to dwell on the past of the country. So real quick, I have some music I'm gonna play, and we're just gonna take a minute, and I'm gonna talk about my feelings about 9/11. I'm gonna apologize again and again profusely. Let's begin.
Please rise with me for the national anthem.
Free service to all. Steven Mama trans. Yeah, she's trans. God bless this country. God bless this country. Beautiful. God bless this country. This patriot. To laugh is a traitorous, treasonous offense. Do not laugh to this great anthem of this country. Don't you dare. If you're not doing what I'm doing right now, you're a traitor and treasonous to this great patriotic nation.
Okay, we'll get past this part. Ow! Whoa, where'd it go? How'd that happen? I meant to skip past this part now. At this point, we have fun with that part.
Spangled Banner, but farted. I just felt like nothing could be more American or respectful to the legacy of America than us enjoying together the music of the natural American body, which I feel like maybe we should perhaps play it again. In honor of
You're getting concerned.
Who have been
Don't worry.
milking the American public for the last 21 years with shitty fucking renditions of the Star Spangled Banner, but with the lyric changed to be about I don't know, about defeating Muslims or some shit. Okay? Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, as some of you may have realized, my general disdain for let's call it the hysterics. Okay? The hysterics around 9/11, 21 years after 9/11 happened, and 21 years after America, approximately 20 years after America decided to go on a bloody rampage across the world, killing people who had nothing to do with 9/11 on the justification of 9/11. And also, of course, all of the people who laundered that and still defend it to this day. Those are the real victims that we need to be thinking about when it's 9/11, which is today. Today is 9/11. If you hadn't noticed, it's 9/11.
Oh, I never knew that.
The towers fell down. Today. Yeah.
It's like, who would have known that?
Guys, look, listen. I'm hardly the only one running
Nothing
a 9/11
like good war.
special.
Nothing like
Thank you
good
to
war
Cisco
crimes
for
to just
supporting the
fire
9/11
bullshit.
community.
And war
By the way, I
profiteering.
will be thanking
Nothing
the
good.
9/11
Nothing better than
community
that.
on behalf of every single one
Sign
of your
12.
donations tonight. No,
Boo.
none of the money goes towards anybody involved in 9/11. Well, on this side of 9/11. No, that's a joke. It's just, you're just paying me, but it's in honor. It's in honor of 9/11. Well, nuts, don't worry. It's okay. I'm sure you're certainly thinking about this fully and not reacting based on embarrassing emotions.
I mean, considering just like the entire fucking day of what 9/11 is, it's just like, oh yes, let's just remember a day where basically there was justification for war crimes and for the removal of basic American freedoms and shit. I mean, it's essentially literally what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, and I know you want your kitty, but I just kind of wanted to show at least some of Demon's basiness there for a little bit. And we got a kitty. Oh my lord, what is this music? Oh my god. Whoops. Fucking hell, man.
Mommy, you're in the dumpster again. You let me.
For physics,
Dumpster kitty. Dumpster kitty. What are you doing?
it's a dumpster cat. That's what he is. Hey, Brother Bears, A40 yet? No, not yet. I don't think it ever will be in this current conjecture. I tell you what. Up. Yep. Kind of like it wanders off. Silly thing.
Yeah, I'll never understand why, like, some naval invasions never want to work. At least not all units want to fucking, like, be added onto one at all. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, we're not gonna add any to any of these at all. It's like, no. Not singular divisions being added to this and nothing will happen, like, literally at all. It's like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? Like, well, any of them? What about over here? Are y'all actually gonna do it? Oh yeah, they will. Yay, at least these guys will. It's just like, good lord. Good fucking lord. But look at that cute kitty. So much 420. What, for the stream? Is it? Yeah, it's not exactly. I mean, it's more closer to the, like, 3 hour, 50-minute mark, if anything. But what does silly kid do? Dumpster kid this. What you doing, Zukov, huh? What you doing, C-boy? What you doing, little goof? All good soon. Yeah, I'm gonna get this last bowl smoked up. Get myself some food. And all that fun shit. Well, I hope this actual fucking invasion is successful. Cause that'd be nice. Oh, that's the cheese. Here, wrap it around this. E. You go, baby. Come here, boy. Yeah, I'll get him one more little treat for y'all. Boy, come here. Come here. Come here. Do you not want it, you fat bastard? Do you not want this? Zukov, come here. Bye. Boob. Come here. Do you not want this at all? No. Wow. Dude, you're being... You know, I'm gonna... The way it betrays war seems a little dull. Oh, really? Wow. I kinda hope that ain't the case. Maybe it's gonna be more based on the whole politics of things, but I don't know. Who knows? I would hope that it'd be the other way around, though. Damn, Russia just fucked up Constantinople. Damn, not surprised. Just murked that shit. Like, I knew it. Of course. Well, it's because of Greece. The Greeks fucking retook it. Sending polygon static machine guns shooting each other. Really? Damn. Yeah, it seems a little dull. I thought I had to say so myself. Is there anything like naval invasion wise stuff that I can... That would be an infantry shit, wouldn't it? Yeah. But hey, I'm sure Parallax will fix it and tie it to a DLC Lamau. Oh yeah, of course, as they always fucking do. Kids last well smoked out and I'll go for the rest of the level evening. As we slowly but surely get bent over the barrel by Paradox with their DLCs. But anyway, peace out. And of course, be back right for the next one. So.